All right, greetings and salutations and welcome once again to the Sports. It's the last program for the week and it will be the last program for a little while. Remember, Monday is Heroes Day and therefore there'll be no program. So after today, you won't be hearing from us until next Tuesday again. So call and let your voice be heard. Many little issues that I might want to talk about. But the one that I want to introduce today is a little sidebar to the John Campbell thing. I think I would have kind of mentioned it before. That with John out of the system, who will be the next Jamaican captain? Now, I did some checks this morning. Jermaine Blackwood, who would be the natural successor because he's the West Indies vice captain and you couldn't go around him as the Jamaica captain, will be going off on tour to Australia in the middle of the regional Super 50 tournament. And the regional Super 50 tournament starts on the 29th. So we suspect that Bonner and Blackwood will be on that tour and therefore they will need somebody else. So no Campbell, Bonner and Blackwood will be available for only 2 or 3 games. Fabian Allen, we understand, has said he's not available to be selected. Would be interesting to see where the selectors go for the next Jamaican captain. Chadwick Walton is a name that is in the mix, having not played first-class cricket for a while. He has captained, or is one of the captains that they're looking at in the trial game. So, should be interesting. It's one of the issues that I have a little interest to see which way they will go. Anything you have, Mr. Matthews? No. Not at the moment. All right. The numbers to call, you may know by now.
Yeah, man, calls are there.
Calls are there. All right, so we take the first one. Hello.
Hello, Orvil?
Yeah, man. Mystery.
Zidane. Yeah, man. What's up, Zidane?
Mystery?
Yeah, man. We're there very early, man. I called from a couple of days, you know, but
is the first me ever hear you call first, man? You're opening the innings, man. Taking the new ball and
well, me I open bat from long time, you know, so nothing wrong if me continue to open the innings.
And take the new ball. All right, go on, sir.
I've been listening for the past few days on Orvil, and you know, when the argument started, you know, I didn't agree with you on Orvil because I was saying, well, if the person missed the test, I'm talking about the John Campbell issue. Mm-hmm. I was thinking, if the person missed the test, I would have to assume that he is guilty. As a person who is putting on the charge, I would have to assume that he is guilty. So I'm going to give him the maximum. So initially, that's what I was thinking.
Yes.
But having listened and listened, I have changed my mind, and I think when we talk about the precedents that were set with other persons, it's way too harsh, man.
That's my argument.
I think it's way too harsh. And what disappoints me most, you know, is the callers that call in and say, boy, he should get the 4 years. It's very disappointing to know that is how we handle our own people. And what hurt me most, you know, is that the same people who are saying this is first offender, because it's the first time we're hearing about John and drugs, right? Mm-hmm. By the way, let me ask you before I go further. Them saying they bad up the people who come for testing.
Boy, I don't know about bad up. Him just basic. I don't know about that part.
Zidane, you mentioned that, Zidane.
No, well, what Zidane is saying is really relevant now, you know, because the Jago chairman said they didn't consider how we behaved. That was not a part of the reason why they came down with the judgment.
Yeah, but they behave bad on our time, though.
Yeah, but
that much. Me just want to confirm that.
Well, I don't know how bad, but based on what was said, it sounded like he was being a little bit rude when he said, "Well, I'm not here."
Okay.
So I don't know how bad it was, but clearly you never behave in the manner that you'd want.
The charge is him missing 3 tests, right?
No, refusing to be tested.
Oh, he's refusing to be tested. So yeah. Okay, refusing to be tested. Oh, so just okay.
And there's a different judgment for that than the free whereabouts violation.
Okay. And so I don't know of any before then that refused to be tested.
And I can't think of
unique.
Yeah, I can't think of any who would have done that before.
Oh, so that means there's no
precedence.
Precedence then man.
No. John Campbell was very brave, my boss.
Oh, okay. Well, I didn't know. I was thinking though, if you refuse to be tested, it would be one mistake. I didn't know there was a separate charge.
No, man. We are about, if them come and see you, when you say you got the way you're supposed to do for that 1 hour.
It's different.
That's different. That's a 1 hour mistake. But once them see you, you're obligated for the test.
Anyway, back to the charge though. These are the same people that say, look, you should stay and represent the West Indies. Don't run go pay no IPL for the big money. The people are not patriotic. They should stay and play for the West Indies. Now, this is showing that one little mistake and you can be out for 4 years.
Yes.
You understand? It's no income for 4 years now, you know.
Mm-hmm.
And the same people who are saying people should be patriotic and stay and play for the West Indies. Are the same people saying, look, if you do it for 4 years.
Mr. Man.
Yes, sir.
What is the meaning of the word mistake?
Mistake means you do something where you really looking back you shouldn't have done.
I disagree.
What you call mistake?
Mistake is when it happened, but it wasn't intentional.
You serious?
Yes, I think he knew exactly what he was doing.
Yeah, man. And you wouldn't call it a mistake? You think him think to this, the right thing?
No, and this is not a fact, people. This is my opinion.
Yeah, man, I know, man. I know.
He changed the whereabouts from in the morning to in the evening, even though he would have been there in the morning. First red flag. Second red flag. I never know so you could come test me outside of the whereabouts or what that I give. Second red flag, I don't believe him.
Yeah.
Then third of all, he asks him. Then if me never there, what would happen? The people them say that would be that, and him say, well, that is that. I'm not here. 3 strike.
You think John knows that he would get 4 years?
No, man. Hold on.
You'll be crazy.
I never said John thought he would have gotten 4 years. I'm talking about the word, the mistake Mr. Man used. It wasn't a mistake. I think John Campbell. I believe that John Campbell had drugs in his system and never wanted to be tested. That is my view on the matter. Straight.
Yeah.
Listening to the case and everything, I think John Campbell had something in the system and never wanted to be tested.
I'm not going down there.
That is not a mistake.
Well,
my view is not a fact, people.
You could be right, Zidane. All of us, what we say, we could be right. No, if you have something in your system and you refuse to be tested, you're going to get 4 years.
No, I'm never sure about. I don't think he was sure that he could have.
Well, you can get 4 years.
I don't think he was aware of how bad it could have been in terms of the ban.
Well, you can't. Well, that's the reality, though. You can't get 4 years.
I don't think he was aware.
Which is the point I just made. I don't think John was quite aware of the possible consequences of his action.
No, but it still doesn't mean he made a mistake.
No, man, but you can't make a mistake. If a mistake doesn't have to be something unintentional, you know. I play cricket and I fire a shot and the shot at the end of the game so that shot there under the circumstances that was a mistake. I should have blocked the ball. But you did it deliberately.
So you're saying that if I plan to murder Orvil, I plan for 3 years, I murder you, then they realize when they catch me, I'm going to go life sentence. It was a mistake. I never want to go to prison.
You could say, but that was a mistake in judgment.
No, sir.
That's what mistake means.
No.
Mistake doesn't mean unintentional.
I don't agree.
That
John Campbell made no mistake. He knew what he was doing and he got caught. Never knew.
So let me ask you this, though, Zidane.
Yes.
You think people should, if selected for IPL and West Indies, should stay and play for the West Indies?
I can't tell a man what to do with his career.
Wait, no, man, I don't know. I ask you what you think.
We can't tell a man what to do with his career.
No, I'm not tell you if you tell a man.
You want to know what I would do?
What do you think they should do?
No, me would have played for the most money I can possibly get in my career.
All right, I'm looking at the word mistake. An act or judgment that is misguided or wrong. Said it don't have to be intentional. But here's the other thing, Mystery.
Yes.
Last night I spent a little while looking at some athletes who have transgressed the drug rule and have found themselves in trouble with Jago. The drugs tanozolol and what I want to name methylhexamine, some bossy name drugs. And the range of punishment in a lot of the cases, 3 months, 6 months, 8 months.
Yeah.
Now these are people were found with things in them system. You know? Right. They get 3 months, 6 months. And we know the names. We not go back in the names.
Yeah.
I think that there's a list of maybe about, I don't know, maybe 15 to 16 Jamaicans who have tested positive for drugs in the last, I would say the last 10, 12 years.
Right.
Is one of them get the full extent of the law, you know, and it's Steve Mullings, you know.
Yeah.
And Steve Mullings got the full extent of the law because he transgressed twice.
What did the law state when you're found with those drugs?
That you can be given up to 2 years.
But Orvil,
very few of them did.
Zidane argument, you know, and you assume that John had something in his system. So let's call it then a positive test.
Yeah, and I'm saying, let's say you thought he had something in his system. It is unusual for Jamaican athletes over the year to have something in their system that they get the maximum for.
Mystery.
Even those who were found with things in them system.
The Jago chairman said if the panel believes that you intentionally missed the test, it is 4 years.
So my contention, you know, is that
in other words, it couldn't be less than the 4.
That's what the man said, my boss.
I am not prepared to accept that.
I accept him.
But this is the
He's
point.
The expert.
This is the point I'm making.
So it wouldn't make sense we have a hearing for it then.
Well,
no, the hearings for John to prove that it wasn't intentional.
But here's the point I'm making, my boss. There's a list of drugs that Jamaican athletes have been taking over the years. Now, if you assume that John is taking one of those drugs, or that, you know, the regular Jamaican them take, hexanamine, stanozolol, nandrolone, all of them something there. None of these athletes, I'm saying they never get the kind of penalty. So I'm saying unless you think John was on anabolic steroids.
The rule never stated anything about thinking that what he could have had in his system.
No, I'm saying they didn't give any of these. Very few of these people get the maximum punishment that they could have gotten. So they could have gotten 2 years. Very few of them did.
No, but again, the Jago personnel said it doesn't matter what could have or should have happened. If you believe that John Campbell intentionally
I don't think you understand the point.
I understand the point, but I'm telling you that.
No, tell me the point I'm trying to make.
It sounds funny to me.
The point I'm trying to make is that even if you suspect he's taking drugs, because that has to be the suspicion.
No, but he's saying that has nothing to do with the ruling.
He was in the extreme argument.
No, but Mr. Man,
like you're saying
Mr. Man, the Jago chairman, they never said they considered
he's being punished more for not taking it, for refusing a test, than the average Jamaican gets.
But Orvil,
for actually taking the test and finding
hold on a mystery. The contention cannot be with the independent panel. Then, it has to be with WADA. If the rule state independent panel, if you believe that John Campbell intentionally missed the test, give him 4 years. You can't cost the independent panel, cost WADA. Say, WADA, how can you make a rule for this situation? But then when people are found
that's a fair.
It's not a fear, it's just the reality of the situation.
But I don't believe that.
You're blaming the wrong people.
I'm not, but I'm saying
cost WADA. If you disagree with that, or them
No. I believe that the panel had the wherewithal to not give 4 years.
My time still, but before me run.
Yeah.
Or the break is up on us.
That the break come, man.
The break catch you.
Alright, no worries.
All right.
We're coming back. Alright, welcome back. Who we have now? Mammee Bay.
Hello.
Rumble in the jungle.
Go on top disciple.
Man at KLAS Sports FM 89 Amiga style. How me sound?
You sound good, man. You sound good, man.
Why me tell you, man? Orvil.
Yeah.
Why me under pressure, man? Now you're the Messiah and now you're little Samson, man. Me tell you, man. Anyway, big up on yourself. Yes, sir?
Yeah.
All right.
But, yeah, you're mystery a while ago. This John Campbell thing, Orvil. What really, what is it all about?
Well, you tell me. I'm sure you've been hearing the discussions.
No, what are you saying? He's not hearing this station.
I'm not hearing this station.
Well, he got 4 years for refusing to submit to a drug test, and the public is, you know, some people think he got what he deserved. Some people think the sentence was harsh.
And the test is a random test.
Right. Yeah. He never.
What I'm saying, Orvil.
Yeah.
If once you become what you call an international athlete, that is something that you must know, right?
Well, I'm beginning to wonder if John realized the seriousness of what he was doing. But he should know the way now.
You must know. And then you must know the consequence of not.
I am beginning to wonder if John realized that by refusing to do the test, he could be. It could be a career-ending decision. Basically.
His Uncle John can answer that, and if him come and say him no, he never realized, then something wrong. Then I will.
That's one part I definitely agree. I don't think he realized that it could have been 4 possible years of his career gone for refusing to do the test.
You know,
definitely. I don't think he knew that because better it is go take the test and take the
because
one
if he took the, which is the point I'm making, if he took the test, chances are, even if he had something in his system,
it could be 3 months.
The Jamaican athletes who have tested positive for things in them system before, no normally get 4 years.
How many then get?
Ranging from 3 months, 6 months, 2 years, that kind of thing.
Depending on the drug. But it usually is never the maximum.
It's not 4 years. So him refusing to do the test carries a greater implication, even if him did have the drugs in his system, than him subjecting himself to a test.
Refusing is sending a signal that he might be guilty.
And I'm saying whatever it is likely he would be guilty of, he would have likely gotten less than 4 years.
I think he would realize it should have been that long by refuse.
So I don't, and the problem I'm having is precisely that athletes who get tested over the years, and Zidane said, well, it's probably not a panel problem, it's probably a Jago and water problem. I find it odd that Jamaican athletes over the years who have been tested positive get 6 months and 15 months and a year and 3 months public reprimand, and a man, even if you suspect him of drug taking, which is the natural suspicion to have if him say nah, gets 4 years. I find that a little weird.
Weird, sir. Weird is the right word. Everything.
I feel that if a man chooses not to do the test, then he should not get the maximum penalty.
I disagree.
In a way that the people who get found with them drugs do not get maximum.
That is where I disagree now, because you have different you have different kind of drugs now in a Mammee Bay. You have some drugs could be seen as masking agent. You have some drugs now we are definitely performance enhancing drugs. Now, if I have performance enhancing drugs in me, and I know if I'm tested, and I know if I get tested, I'm going to be caught with it. If refusing to be tested, go and give me 2 years. What I'm going to do now is just refuse the test and take the 2 years, as opposed to being tested and get 4. So me no agree that it must be in line. I think the refusal should carry more weight.
Why?
But that's we not agree with that, but it is what it is. Yeah.
A big race will come up in December, you know. Them races over $1 million US, you know.
Yeah.
So I wonder if this replaces the Red Stripe Super Sig, or it's another addition to the already Red Stripe Super Sig and 2-year-old cup and all the 2-year-old cup in December.
Yeah.
So they sound very lucrative because them, like them have a plan for bringing on all overseas arts. It's a mile race.
Oh.
So it's they say the equivalent of 18 million Jamaican dollars. That's a whole heap of money in Harvey.
Yeah, man, I could look at you and stuff, man.
When you come first, I get the lion's share.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. So them things they are going for what are going. Because you know, if I'm a race in Mammee Bay night, you know.
Yes, man.
I'm going to go up Red Force stick close to Mammee Bay that we can give some good tips. You understand?
All right, my friend.
Anyway, big up yourself, little Samson.
Big up Mammee Bay.
Yes, big up yourself.
Aye, sir.
Jago, Pioneer.
Mammee Bay, you sure it's not something wrong with your radio? Come here, nobody else from Santana complain.
Well, I don't mean one thing. No, nothing wrong with my radio, man.
All right,
we're going
to remind him that the Mammee Bay era you're struggling to hear. All right.
Yeah, man.
All right, big up. Thanks for the call.
All right, Pioneer.
Yeah, we're not here.
We are here, Pioneer.
We're there.
Original. Big up Mammee Bay now.
Yeah, man.
By the way, Sean is trying to reach you. Him talk to you?
Yeah, man, but...
Okay.
Yeah,
all right.
Yeah.
Once he gets through to you, that's fine. Yeah.
If you were the one of the persons sitting on the panel, for John Campbell, what do you think would be a just punishment?
2 years.
All right. And then the next man who come, the president is now set,
Yeah.
So the next man who have steroids in his system. Then, and the drug testers come. And then realize that, but I'm going to take a 2-year ban than the 4-year when I get for the steroids. So I'm not doing nothing. What do you do in other cases?
Jamaicans don't usually take steroids.
No, but me I say no. Me as a Jamaican.
2 years is a long time, you know.
And I realize that I can take.
What about all right, fine. All right, that's a fair point. It's a fair question. That what about those who have really hardcore drugs in their system?
So no, I used to know, brother, sometimes I listen to you and I see why I'm not stop participating.
Oh, Lord. Here we go.
I heard you taking a position yesterday.
Here we go.
I was disgusted. No, man, hold on, Bridget.
And I'm saying, here we go again.
No, hold on. And all right. I just stop part of the thing at first. Let me get to one.
Yeah.
This thing, yesterday you stopped just short of saying that. I name out someone. See?
were against John Campbell. You just short of saying that you were against John Campbell because you did it.
I never said that.
No, man, you were hinting at it. See? So you stop just short of saying, and that is another stupid thing. I'm surprised they didn't say the panel rule against John Campbell because you didn't support it. But may I say, you know,
ah, boy. Here we go.
When you take a position, when you take a position like the one you took yesterday, what you say? Because John Campbell got the maximum. From now on, the only thing you want to accept is if a man is guilty, him get her, or if him guilty, him to get the maximum. Now, in a situation where a lot of people who have been caught with drugs, I'm going to run through somebody. Shelly got found a banned substance in her system. She did have a cold or a coach gear, a medication. Then you would call that inadvertent. Then Asafa and Sharon got a thing with a bottom use from somebody, and it never leave, it never dip on the box. Then so they're inadvertent to use it. Now are you saying, my virgin, are you saying an ear as a responsible broadcaster that those situations should be treated the same way as a man who would press us come in my yard and him tell them straight up, say, yo, I'm not doing this, and I come out of my yard? Is that what you're saying, my virgin, on the ear? Answer me, please.
No, that's not what I'm saying.
What are you saying?
I'm saying that a lot of Jamaican athletes, and I didn't call names.
All right, go ahead.
Okay.
Me have some names. I can't break down every case by case.
Okay, so you have been found with drugs in them system and could explain it away.
Okay, and if it was inadvertent use, as the three cases I just explained it. Then, by the way, you have people like Dominic Blake who got 6 years, was later reduced to 4.5 years. So fair punishment was harsher than the John Campbell.
And Steve Mullins.
But was banned for life. Then,
but Steve Mullins was found to be
a second time.
Well, yeah, his was a second
time. So if John Campbell refused a test again, what would you do? You give him 2 years now.
No, man, if you refuse the second time.
You ban him for life.
Yeah, man. Off with his head now.
Oh, that would be harsh, man.
No, I don't.
It would be a mistake, eh?
You can't refuse twice.
No, but it would be a mistake, Orvil, according to you.
Not according to me. We know the word mistake.
Yeah, so it's a mistake. So why are you going to ban the man for life?
No, man. When you do it deliberately, when you do it a second time now.
It's deliberate. It's not a mistake.
It wasn't deliberate the first time?
No, it was a mistake.
Mistake, but not.
Mistake is when you do something wrong and admit to doing it.
Did he admit that he did something?
I don't know if he admits it, but looking back at it, it was a mistake.
So if he does the same thing again, Orvil?
No, man, they would treat that case differently now.
Okay.
Virgin, we have to be a little more responsible without that. You like to tell people that they must be responsible.
I know, Pioneer. Don't we know that?
I found your stance that you took yesterday. As much as I was disgusted by it.
And I find what you're saying now very predictable.
All right, brother, nobody even good. May I say to you?
What do you mean? So you must tell me that what I say is disgusting and constantly call the program and just take me on for what I say, and I mustn't say you're predictable. You are, Pioneer. I know beforehand that when you come on, you're not going to agree with me. I know that beforehand.
Do you expect to come on here and utter the kind of things that you uttered yesterday?
I expect that somebody who is supposed to be smart and intelligent. I believe that for the most part, I'm a smart and intelligent man. And I believe that at least some of the time, hold on. I believe that at least some of the times I must say things that rational minds can agree. No, I believe that there are times when I will say things that rational minds may not agree. When a man chooses to disagree with me virtually every single solitary time, then you question this person's motive. I believe you're much too predictable in the stances you take where I am concerned. All right. And I am not the only one who said that John Campbell's sentence was harsh.
Virgin.
But if I could make a bet as to which side you'd take, this is the side I thought you would take.
Before me even hear you, I don't have my
and I'm saying,
well, hearing the details of the case,
how interesting.
I formulated my own opinion. I'm saying, you know, forget about the John Campbell, forget about that. I'm talking about your utterance yesterday regarding seeing the parallel we are trying to draw between John Campbell's situation and President is at St. Jago yesterday when he come on. We have never had any athletes. I don't want to fuck, I've never heard of an athlete internationally. It might have happened, but I've not heard of it. Where a man,
yeah. And that is why I believe it's not logical to compare the two, my boss. So you never hear about a refusal yet. So you can't compare the punishment with something that would have seen for years, people taking this and that and different things.
Them should have given more than 4 years. What kind of precedent would we setting?
So maybe enough, Pioneer, if a next man refuses again, he's going to get 4 years. And 4 years and 4 years. So you can't ask the question, how the man take two take thing and it's a masking agent and them only get 6 months?
And this is designed to be a deterrent to the next man who the testers show up and do it.
Yeah, man, no more refusal.
No more refusal. Because you realize, listen, this thing is serious. So guess I know. Even if I think I have something in my system, better me take the chance and subject myself to the test. See, and then live with the punishment. I might can explain away. I might can say, me is a piece of meat, I eat or something. I go out party, go drink last night, or the junk, and my brethren them give me something. At least that gives you a little room for leniency to be applied in your case. And in any court of law, every man get the same sentence of murder. So to come on here and suggest that because one man get the maximum penalty in a situation like this, everybody else.
Pioneer, if the police them come for them, boss, and say police, and show them ID, you need to come outside, you know. You don't want to resist, you know, my boss. It's another charge that when add to your thing, you know, resisting arrest, you know.
Zidane, if you resist, when you're going to the court in front of the judge, these things will be taken into consideration. Yes. The judge will look on it as a man who was very defiant against the police, and your punishment, this is to dictate what punishment you get, brother.
All right, big up yourself, Pioneer. We're leaving it there.
I've heard about the man being penitent in any way, team actions. Seeing, we don't hear him do nothing at 20 team actions, but at least the people who are trying for that, who are John, this youth are deserving of a little.
All right.
It sounds
big up yourself, Pine. Big up, we leave it there.
Of course, it would sound disgusting to you, Pine. No surprise, very predictable.
We'll take the break, we're coming back. All right, welcome back, and we go to Garvey. Garvey?
Yeah,
Orvil stepped out for a little.
You know, somebody wants to say something to Orvil. Because yesterday when I called, right after I hung up Orvil, make a little statement there. I never appreciate it. But I like how Pioneer beat him feet a while ago still. And that don't make no sense. Because if I had taken the other position, you know, Orvil would have said, boy, you just have to suck your house up on the black man side. The black man can't rank for you. And then me take this side now, he might tell me, say, I take it because I just want to disagree with him. Come on, man. Them thing, it sound weak. And then the thing about it, you know, we don't have to realize, you know, this thing is broadcast over the airwaves, just like the Pioneer said earlier. You can't come on the state on the radar.
See me, your Garvey.
What did I do? Oh, this is Garvey. Okay, so we know the type of call this is. What did I do now?
You see, me I show you, Zidane. You see, that's the same Orvil. Why has me come off of the radar yesterday? Me accuse you of this before now. You try to marginalize, ostracize, and all them little things there. Why you try to do them?
Garvey, what did I do?
You say, the fact that I disagreed with the stance you took on John Campbell, you know that me that going to do because me as I disagree with you.
Garvey, I'm going to say it again.
And you know, say, me take the other side, you know, say, boy, if this was an international issue, and when Deshaun watched them in a problem, you remember the other day when Deshaun watched them in a problem, Zidane? And I call and I lick out on him. You say, boy, the black man this and that, me just take the black man side blindly. Now when me take the other side of the issue, you tell me so me just say it because me I try to disagree with you. So which is it?
Alright, so you give me a chance to answer now.
No, Pioneer give enough lumps for you a while ago. Big up yourself, Pioneer. Okay, so you give a proper flagging for you.
So
you deserve it,
I'm not allowed to respond.
No.
I'm going to respond whether you think me to respond or not. And I prefer to respond while you are on the phone.
Go on, man. Get riled up.
No, man. I'm not getting riled up, man. From the other day, you don't notice me I try to stay calm.
No. And I'm getting to listen to yourself.
Okay, but hear me now.
Go on now.
There are certain set of callers.
Yeah, no.
You included. Pioneer included. And the other people, them know themselves. Well, when they come on, I am almost 100% convinced, not absolute, like we said, 90% convinced that whatever position I take, they are likely to be going the other way.
Okay, how many people host this show?
2.
Zidane, do you feel the same way? Like there's a certain set of callers, as soon as they come on, you're sure so they might disagree with you?
No, not really.
Oh. Okay.
No, Zidane, I have to feel away there. I feel away there. And I feel away there with very good reasons.
No, Orvil, you're wrong. Orvil.
Am I wrong that there are callers who almost always go against the point I make? Am I wrong to say that?
Why you not look funny and say very, very rarely do you make sense?
No, and because I believe that I'm operating from a sense of a man who I consider fairly rational in the things I say. No, I'm not expecting. I don't expect nobody at all. Not even Christ whether they walk earth, them say. I expect anybody to agree with what you say all the time. But I don't believe that my ability to talk what is rational is so bad that a man can be called in the program 10, 12 times and disagree with every position they ever take.
Like
my God, man.
You know what you do to people like Pioneer, who I consider the best caller on
and
I
know, I suspect you would say something like that as well.
But when you say, you know what you do to Pioneer constantly, Orvil?
What?
Every single argument that Pioneer puts forward, you marginalize.
No, I don't come. No,
so
wrong.
Basically,
no, you're going to stop that. Stop. Hey, no bother with that. I don't come on the ear to take on Pioneer. Don't do that.
No, not take on.
I put forward. No. It's not me.
With the man's position.
No. It's the other way around. Nice try.
No, sir.
I don't come on the ear and say what was a caller position and come the opposite. We usually take a stance on an issue. And then callers call and either agree or disagree.
Let me say something.
No bother go down them road, Garvey. We know the thing for what it is, man.
Nobody gets any pleasure. Nobody is here to grind any acts against you. Nobody gets any pleasure. You think some get pleasure to come in from the ear if you argue that again?
But
if you say something which is so ludicrous that it gets to the point that me have to answer, then me have to say something about it.
All right, I hear you.
Just like
we're not about to believe about this.
When Zidane open him out and talk his message right, me come on and beat him. That's what Zidane.
Yes, indeed.
Because you deserve it.
Call me all kind of things, my boss.
Yes, because you deserve it, Zidane. Anyway, on to the NFL.
Yes.
Zidane. And this is where you see the loud covert racism which exists in the NFL, you know. All this week, Zidane, I've been watching the build-up to this Bills and Chiefs game, right?
Mm-hmm.
No, Zidane. You would think, by watching these pre-game shows, right, Zidane, you would think that Josh Allen has been the superior quarterback for these last 4 years and Patrick Mahomes is trying to prove himself. You know. Have you been watching the pre-shows?
Yes, I have. Because I watch more of the discussion surrounding NFL than the actual NFL games. It helps to guide me. And yes,
what do you think?
No, yes, he's playing. Is he playing better this year than usual? Because he has been getting a lot of traction in terms of his play this season by the analysts around the league, for true.
Mm-hmm.
I agree.
But them again before in coming out the season, even in the off season.
Yes, correct. You're right.
Coming into the season, they have the man as a betting favorite for the MVP.
Yes.
Over Patrick Mahomes. Based on what they done.
What did he do at the back end of last season, the playoffs?
The last game when he played, lose to the great Patrick Mahomes.
No, man, I'm talking about his performance.
No, he played great, but the fact that he lost to Mahomes, who played better than him, that should show you that Mahomes should be rated number one. Hey, see that?
Yes.
You know, this phenomenon started in America. This phenomenon started.
Both of them threw over 300 yards in that game last year when they met.
Both of them threw over 300 yards. And the great running Josh Allen, Patrick Mahomes actually had more running yards than him in the game.
Okay.
They had the same total number of touchdowns, and Patrick Mahomes got the double.
Yes. Maybe like what them biased towards Steph Curry because they know Steph Curry get a lot of hype. More than he deserves.
Let me tell you where this phenomenon started in America. This phenomenon in America started in boxing with a man named Jerry Coney. You remember that man there?
The Great White Hope.
Yes.
Right. And you see the Great White Hope, Zidane?
Mm-hmm.
He is always ever present. And that's why, not to say Luka Doncic is not a great basketball player. But the hype surrounding Luka Doncic is just like when Steve Nash was in the NBA. Them rooting, them just
let me just say one thing to you now, Garvey.
Yes.
I clearly you follow the NFL more than most of us. And we're willing to take your word. I'm willing to take your word when it's you're Patrick Mahomes, man. I think you can be fairly credible when talking NFL. Yes, when you talk race, I shut off. You know why?
Yeah.
Because you say me, Orvil Higgins, is on radio debasing black people.
Yeah, but
and if you can get it, if you can get it so absolutely and horribly wrong with me, then why you won't get it wrong?
Man said Dan Bradman has separated himself from his team.
And you believe I'm doing that because Bradman is white?
That must be like you just look out for yourself, like they have programmed you from your
if you can make that kind of judgment, that me there so for the biggest black people, then I'm not prepared to take you serious when you talk about race.
I'm not the only one who says that.
Anybody else who say it, I don't take them serious.
You said the man are trying to marginalize it.
Who is marginalizing whom?
That's what you do because
you say me is the basing black race, and you say me I marginalize you. What is wrong with this?
We're giving Garvey more time.
No man, Garvey. No.
Arvil, you're weak, bro.
You're weak. Yes.
You're weak, man.
Very predictable. He's another part of the predictable.
All right, big up yourself, guys. We talk again Monday.
I'm here debasing black people. How? Let me behave myself. We're coming back after the break. So I'm gonna say it again, and I hope people who have here to tear out can tear it out. Garvey has regularly said that I'm here to debate. Well, not just me. He said me and Zidane is here.
Yeah, very often.
To debase the black race.
Yeah, once you say a white man better than a black man, Garvey come.
Yes. So, which means that I can't take Garvey seriously when he's discussing white issues.
And I agree with you 100%.
Exactly.
And I would have done the same thing you just did to catch Garvey. Because Garvey consistently could love coming with them arguments. He's not credible with the racism thing.
That is all, man. How can you and I be here debating black people? No, you can disagree with an opinion. Yeah. But he believes that I'm promoting Bradman because Bradman is white. And I must take Garvey serious when he discusses race. Rubbish. All right, we move on. Sunny
City. Sunny City?
Is Sunny City or Sunny State?
Sunny State, rather. Why are we calling it? Sorry, my boss. Sunny State.
Bless it. I work credit card maintain the car.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. Big up. You know why that John Campbell today. You know my position in it, right?
Yes.
And so far, I think I've heard enough, right, to in how people feel about this John Campbell thing. He's dead wrong, and I personally want to commend Jago. I want to commend the disciplinary committee. They did a marvelous job. I endorse their judgment. And as I said before, if he could have gotten life, then that's what supposed to get. This case must not be compared to any other thing. Unprecedented, has been said many times. Right? It can't be compared to any other
me say something, and Zidane made the point, that who me really probably should have a problem with. Although me never think the panel had to give him 2 years. But we pass that. I don't know me feel that, I want to feel different. Generally speaking, I don't believe that a man must be given. Let me see if I can give an example. A man found with a gun gets 15 years. The courts give you 15 years for illegal possession of firearm. A police come to your house. A police come to your house hearing say you might have a gun and you refuse from making enter your yard. But it could be for something else except a gun. I don't think that when you're charging that man, it should be for 30 years. I believe that not being able to search your premises should carry a less fine than actually finding you with the worst thing that them could find you. There has to be some kind of middle ground.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay. So if you're going on the road and the police stop you and somehow charge you for not wearing a seat, what is the fine for that?
I don't know, my boss. I don't know. I don't know. Don't remember.
All right. I think I probably about $500. I'm in Jamaica long time, so I can't.
All right, let's say 500. Let's say 1,000, whatever.
Right. So let's say you decide to challenge it, right? For whatever reason. And when you go to the court, right, and they found you.
We lost them.
He did say
they are complaining about the credit.
Sorry about that, Mr. Sunny State. He's calling from overseas.
Oh, is that foreign call?
Yeah, man. So you never want usually.
Is Florida them call from?
Yes.
Is Florida them call this on the state?
Yes.
All right, call us back if you can.
All right. New England.
Yeah, good evening.
Good afternoon.
Just a Pioneer and Garvey, they're not credible when it comes to certain arguments. And I must agree, they will always take the position against Orvil 90% of the time. But because they are long-standing callers and because they are them good at what they do, they will be sounding louder than everybody else and more convincing. But they're not credible.
and who follow the program long time from HG Health Day know who credible from no credible. So then can go and talk.
So long you listen to New England?
Yeah, man, a long time you listen, but me no call so often.
Yeah.
You know, let me tell you something. I disagree with it, Orvil. I agree that the fine should be stronger when you refuse to be tested. Right. Because it has to be a deterrent.
That is the area where me and a lot disagree.
Yeah, that is
you understand me? You should, because people will just refuse to be tested, knowing that they have in their system because they know they're going to get.
Because Carla, you know, me actually understand the point about and Orvil, when he says generally, then I do have a problem now, because he's saying generally when you have the drug itself in your system, especially masking agent, you want that to be also be a serious deterrent, so you want to give them the maximum. So you kind of look away if WADA says once you refuse straight maximum, but once if you have some serious drugs, we still can say, well, and listen to your argument. So I kind of understand.
That's the point I'm making.
Yeah, because
why was so hard and fast with refusal?
No, refusal. Why? Because some persons.
But people explain away them drugs not them system.
Justice is blind, you know. And most of the time, why a guilty person always seek to avoid being convicted. They avoid exposing themselves to any serious charges. So they will avoid testing.
Yeah.
If you are honest and you are clean, you'll make yourself available.
And maybe he wasn't honest and clean.
Exactly.
But I'm saying
we don't know that for sure, but in my view,
chances are whatever you'd find him with, he wouldn't get 4 years for it.
He wouldn't get 4 years, so that's why it's an incentive
and that is why
for that same athlete
if the
to make themselves available.
If the odds are that whatever you would find him with wouldn't warrant 4 years, then him choosing not to do it shouldn't warrant 4 years either. That's just my logic.
It should warrant 4 years.
All right. That's what Mr. We come from.
Yeah, we agree. We disagree where that is concerned.
Yeah. My real life example, the worst thing that a man can have in my yard when police search it is a gun.
Yes.
Or coke. Let's say gun carry a 15-year prison sentence. Finding coke carry a 15-year prison sentence as well. A man come to me yard, police come to me yard for search me yard, and me decide to me not let him in, and me black down and me resist him and thing. When I go to court, you can't give me 30 years for that.
Orvil.
You have to give me something less than what, because maybe a 2 marijuana spliff me having in my yard as well, you know.
Marvin,
so
Orvil,
you shouldn't. It shouldn't be fair that you lick me work twice the time. Where even if the worst thing you find, and maybe that again.
Your argument is good because if it is not in law, if it is in law,
maybe we need to change the law.
Here you go.
He knew, and it is generally known that if you don't make yourself available, this is the maximum fine you're likely to get.
And this is what we're going to do.
The reason why, Orvil, I'm going to answer you. The reason why a police cannot charge you for the maximum fine for not letting them in the house, they have to abide by a certain procedure, and the law does not allow them to charge you excessively.
No, man, me attack when him have warrant and everything, you know, and can he now charge me apart from resisting arrest and them something? Can he now charge me for the maximum thing we could have did in my yard and charge me the same way when him charge me if me did have a gun? That's my problem, you know.
Yeah, me know I have a problem, but this is what I have to say.
No, but you know what? Somebody might ask now.
Yeah.
What if he has nuclear warheads in him house? He might plan for he's a terrorist. He plan for boom. No, if you don't let me in the boss.
Yeah, well.
And then when we come back, we don't find these things.
There's a point in law about what is reasonable.
Yeah.
You know, me not think it's reasonable if you think him have rocket launch.
Well, listen to me. His action was ill-advised, and let me tell you why. The precaution him know to go to find lawyer for appeal case could have been avoided if he made.
Yeah, man, but we passed that. We passed with the hope whether he was right.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, we
but
passed.
To me, they find good.
They find good. All right.
You know,
you say good. Some say
yeah, man. It good.
Yes, you see, the panel agree. Carl, if the panel believe John Campbell that he was disoriented in my boss and give him 2 years, I wouldn't have a problem either.
I wouldn't have a problem.
But I don't see the problem with them giving me 4 years. So,
no, I don't see it either.
All right, cool, long time listener.
All right.
Big up yourself. Who know we have now? Roker.
Roker.
Listen,
Yeah.
Where you say, Rocker?
There, man. I listen from week, and even when the Jamaica, Argentina go on, I never get a chance to try it in. But I look at the John Campbell issue. Zidane, you see, when you have a obligation, you have to comply or face the consequences. And not knowing is not a ground for you to be treated differently. Now, we don't know whether he had a foreign substance or illegal substance in his body.
Yes.
The tribunal don't know either. Which is which distinguishes the point Orvil is making. Even though on a subtle limb, Orvil actually is making a point that you should not get the maximum when whatever possible offense might have been placed against your name is not made out.
You see, if you take that by itself,
yes,
you would have a point. No, if you take that by itself, you have a great point, But then, I think what the thinking behind how they go about it is that, listen, me I go take the real hardcore drugs to run leave everybody. I mean, no say me do it. I mean, me not care. Now, if the testers come and I get tested, I know me get liquor for 4 years. Now, what I would do if I know I can get possibly 2 years is just don't take the test. And I think that is what they're trying to prevent.
And that's the reason why I said it's a subtle distinction. But the major point is the fact that he refused. And without knowing the basis on which he refused, there has to be a deduction and a presumption that there is a ground for him to be penalized.
Yeah, so
I think he never realized that the penalty would have been so grave. However,
yes,
ignorance is not a ground for you to be shown mercy. And further, remember that Mr. Williams said Jago is acting in the best light because they know that they are under the microscope of water. You remember him saying that?
Yes.
So the tribunal, even though from a Jamaican to a Jamaican might want to be a little bit more lenient, if possible, that would also brought about more scrutiny.
Yeah.
And
but by the way, the argument that Jago had to accept the decision of the panel is not necessarily true. Jago has appealed against their panel before,
But I wasn't saying that.
No, me not say you have said that. I'm just saying that
I know
Jago carried people before the panel, and the panel say no penalty for them people.
And Jago disagree.
And Jago say, mad.
Yeah. And that's why I
appealed against their own tribunal.
And that's why I'm telling people that they can't cost the independent panel because they're separate from Jago.
Right. So Jago must accept that 4 year. Jago could have said it too harsh too, because Jago has said no, not to lenient upon the people, and we'll put before no. That has happened already,
This is
and the people may not get about 3 months after the originally said no punishment,
Yes, but you see, this is a possible flashpoint wherein a precedent could have been set that John Campbell evaded with grounds. Listen how I'm putting it. John Campbell evaded with grounds to evade and got 1 year. If I am in a similar position, I can engage in a similar action and get a year.
Rocker, let me ask you a question, and I think this would help. Hold the line, Rocker. Don't move. We're coming back. Rocker, you're still there?
I'm here.
So usually, the reason why somebody would want to refuse testing, is because they have serious drug inside him. Because I'm sure John Campbell would know that, listen, people have been found with drugs and gotten 3 months. I've gotten 6 months.
It would not be serious drug. No athlete wants to be out for even 6 months.
Yeah, but I'm saying they are there now, Orvil, and you're going to be tested.
Yeah.
So just take the 6 months or the year.
But I'm saying no athlete wants to miss a year.
No, but once they are there now, you have to be tested.
And I don't think John realized he would get 4 years.
But I'm saying, Orvil and Zidane.
Hey, nobody wants to miss 12 months without wages. So athletes will run even if they think, boy, the thing when I mean is usually a year I might get liquor for that.
Yes,
but not go on.
But that is fair. But what I'm saying is the dominant issue is him refusing has deprived Jago as to what he might have been concealing.
Agreed.
And thus, on the subtle point, and I maintain, Orvil, your position is not best put, even though it is subtle. Because the fact that for those who have been found to be in breach, we knew what they took.
No, man, but we're working on what is reasonable, which is a very regular word in the courts. Yeah, is it reasonable to believe that what John is hiding from was something no Jamaican hardly take? Because usually what the Jamaican them take are some 6 month and 1 year thing. Standalazole, methylhexamine, nandrolone and them thing there.
But the fact is, we don't know.
And because we don't know,
he deprived Jago of the opportunity to be informed. And on such a premise, his actions were deemed deliberate. And without more, they give him the maximum.
Yes.
That is the point,
Zidane made the point.
It's not whether I must get the maximum.
Fine. Zidane made the point that maybe who we need to go to is water. I am saying, police flag me down and me drive where I'm going to stop. It's an offense. Police are going to suspect me.
Yes.
But then, can my charge be the same as if I'm actually find me with a gun in my car? Shouldn't be.
Repeat.
Finding a gun in my car at 15 years of prison. Police stop me and me drive off. That means the police say, a boy, you're going to have something in my car.
Yeah.
He then take my license plate and come at me yard and say, you evade the police.
Yeah.
I don't think that what I should get now is 15 years.
No, I want to make a distinction.
Even though it is possible. Give me 6 or 7 years and say you can't drive in front of the police. But Zidane, that punishment should be less than actually finding a gun in my car.
Fair enough, but look at this distinction. Look at this distinction, Zidane. That reference point that you made is a criminal limb.
All right.
The reference point for John Campbell is civil.
Yes. All right. I hear
and it is not before a tribunal of the state per se.
I'm just talking what is reasonable, whether civil or thing. But we're going to spin a show.
Big up,
Rocker. Good call. All right. That's it now for now. For the cause until we play this music. We have wrap up the show already, Sean. We go back to the phone lines.
We have Turks.
My time?
Yes, Turks.
Afternoon, gentlemen. Zidane.
Yes.
Big up for yourself,
Yes, Turks.
I want to big up all of the prestigious scholars, man like Jago, G-Star, all of the big mechanics, call all the name, but best show in the world. You see me, I say? All right. The first point, Zidane, Orvil. I don't want to 4th year with NFL. Like the self, I'm not going to say I'm an NFL guru, but it's my home argument. Zidane and Orvil, don't see much of my home.
I've seen more than most of them because of Garvey.
And Orvil, he's a numbers man, and in certain sports you like to really see, like football, you like to see for yourself.
Yeah,
I'm going to say, it's this brother I'm telling about my home. It's both put up the numbers them. I say watch him play.
Entertaining.
It's phenomenal.
Yeah, man, he's very flashy, man. Yes.
Virgin. Zidane, it's like, alright, what make him, what me love about him is like the man that take the game. Like, people who come and change the game and will take the game to another level. And a man that some pass with the man have some pass. More time I want for basketball, the man have play hard for softball.
When I check his per game numbers, my boss, they're not normal, for real.
Virgin, the man have some little lab. You see the man, you understand me, I say Zidane? And some little lab pass and some little underarm pass.
Yeah, man, I see them, man.
And not only that, the man have the numbers too. If Mahomes was to start playing today, no doubt him Hall of Fame already. You know that. Hall of Fame already.
Here's what I found.
Already. I compare to a man, them are comparing me, they even know the man name on me on our car. You understand what I say? Which is like madness. And that's why some people, when I talk about the races and things, they really build, the white hope thing. You get me, I say?
Yeah.
I don't know, probably at that, but it's ridiculous. Because Mahomes is like way ahead of everybody right now. When play, in numbers, everything, nobody can compare to that youth. You get me, I say?
You rate him?
You rate him as based on the things I'm going to tell you, not only the numbers.
So the Chiefs are your team now?
The things them, Mr. Zidane, he's a man, never really was an NFL fan before I come out of the country,
Yeah.
So I really start out by following quarterback, you see me, I say? So initially I just follow Michael Vick, because based on, what they go out with him, so I like Michael Vick.
Yeah.
And then I start follow a youth named RG3. I don't know if you know RG3.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
He was hyped. Robert Griffin Jr. III.
And I coach smash him up. I want practice game. You see me, I said, bring a man, come play and practice the game and mash up the match. I said the youth, the first time I said the youth play. No, man, I'm a big fan of the youth, man. Because everything's very done. You know, when I'm normally because you know, regularly say, talk about drop back and flick, you understand? And can run too. You get me, I say? So it's just amazing. You understand?
Somebody saying Mahomes you do some basketball training. So it helps with his passing.
Yeah. The man make
some of those tricks and flicks, yeah. You know, the basketball passing. Yeah.
Yeah, you know, that make me, you know.
Do you rate him?
Not all the numbers.
You rate him overall ahead of Tom Brady, who seems to be the perennial goat for the NFL team.
No, he must go do more. He must go do a little bit more in terms of, you know, champion.
Career for career, but now he is the best quarterback.
Yeah, right now, undoubtedly. You understand? Both numbers and the field play. You see me, I say?
I know him look.
The man does.
All right.
Yeah, man. You have to watch him Orvil, man. You have to watch him honestly. The unbelievable things what the man does. Zidane can't tell him, man.
In bad?
Yeah, man. Not a normal quarterback.
There's a big game Sunday with himself and the other, but I will be on the road, so.
Yeah, man.
Josh Allen.
Yeah, Josh Allen.
What time Sunday that? What time Sunday that?
Around 3:15, I think.
No, well, I tell you.
Yeah.
This is one of the things sometimes you have to make choices. Because 3 o'clock on Sunday.
It's Sunday night.
It's Sunday night.
Well, hope we can get back in time.
Right.
Check it, Sean.
Yeah, man. Check it out, man.
All right, Turks.
My time up? All right.
It'll come down towards that time. You want the next minute?
Quickly, I just want to quickly talk about John Campbell. I just want to say I agree with what you say. You understand me, I say?
Yeah.
But the man have a strong case. You understand me, I say? And
the man have a strong case.
John Campbell, yeah. You see, he put down to John Campbell's defense. You understand me, I say?
You know, I want to say one thing in the argument at her. One little thing. You know that there is a reason why athletes are usually found more guilty of drug taking than the other sports. Because track and field. No, man, because this point I haven't yet made. Track and field athletes are more likely to take drugs than the other sport. Because they
call back.
I'll make the point. Big up Turks.
Big up Turks. All right, welcome back. Who we have now? Baggio the Great.
Yes, man. Afternoon, everybody. How you do?
Not bad, Baggio.
Yes, people. I am in the group of people who call and take on Orvil. Orvil living in one of them groups. And he say for me, it's because I want to win Call of the Year. I don't know why Garvey do it. I don't know why Pioneer do it. I don't know. But in for me, I want to win Call of the Year. So, yes, people. So, if Orvil don't have to repeat that again. Orvil, when me attack, you're not to say that. Because I said it already. Okay? So, let's go now. Zidane. I heard you say something yesterday, boss, man, and I need to jump off from a chair. When you say, if it was Bulls, I said, like joking about that, I said, if it was Bulls, I don't think Bulls would have get 4 years. You know what you did by doing that?
Yeah.
You bring in the persons who...
I retract it.
You retract it?
Yes.
Okay, all right. So, we don't need you then.
Wonderful.
Have a seat. Mr. again.
Yes.
Baggio lost it, yeah. So he's going to deal with it. Yesterday you said, John Campbell, you look like you can't lie good like the rest of people. Are you implying that the rest of people go in front of the people them and lie?
I was being tongue-in-cheek. You wouldn't pick that up.
Zidane, were you being tongue-in-cheek yesterday when you said about balls?
I retract it, Baggio.
You retract it?
Yeah.
So, Mr. Again, you're not going to retract that by what you say. You're just being tongue-in-cheek. So people like whosoever in Jamaican place who was caught with drugs and hearing a word sports journalist say, only get caught with drugs, but the reason why I only get on 6 months and 1 year because when you go there and lie better than John Campbell. When just laugh and say, don't really follow to the Orvil, man. It was just being tongue in cheek. I don't really say people who take drugs. Me not think so. And this is why it is so hard. It is so hard, people, to come on the radio and just say, yes, Orvil, that's right, Orvil, yes, Orvil. Because when a big man like Orvil goes say some things like that, no, what else can we do with people?
You wish you could get me out of the media with the rubbish when we talk every day.
Why do I want to get you out of the media?
Because it would make you sleep better at night.
You put this in the art. People,
it's a question.
People, if nobody say people, you're going to be smart. Yeah. Because lick on the part to say,
I am coming to take him off for the year. You ain't got part.
No, but no wonder. Do you sit up at night with the tape at the program to find out what you must come and attack?
No, I got to bed. I got my nice gun pretty white.
I'm beginning to wonder.
I been said, me, Baggio, want to get him out of media.
No, I never say. I asked a question. You know the difference?
Just like a pioneer could come and ask a question about a public figure.
No, man, but it was no. The question. No. The question that he asked was bringing the man's character into question.
And you're bringing my character into question by saying that
I didn't say it. I'm asking, would you prefer if I don't do the program?
It's not a pleasant question to ask him, though.
Thank you very much for that.
It's not a pleasant question.
Yes, no.
Oh, but sometimes I wonder.
No, but I wonder. Same with, anyway. No, hear the madman again. No, sorry, I can't call him madman. Hear the dump. No, I can't call him. I don't call him dump, you know. But anyway, leave that alone.
I got there for a while, though. Tell your friends that.
The man said, if he was driving a car and the police stop him on his driveway, right, he is not supposed to get 15 years if them assume say him have a gun in the car, right? Besides again, if you drive away your car and the police stop you, you can have more than one illegal thing in the car. You can have weed.
I agree.
You can have, right? Yes, man. You can have.
I agree.
Right.
Yes.
When you come on to drug testing for an athlete, right? If an athlete refuses to get test Orvil again, right? And it might have something in his system, some hardcore drugs, Mr. Higgins.
Possible.
That him, no, me finish it. Don't go cut me because more people out there hear me. He probably have some hardcore drugs. It is reason to believe that he probably have some hardcore drugs in his system. That if get caught, he can get a life ban.
No, that's not reasonable to believe.
What do you mean? Why not? So why?
I'm gonna make.
Hold on. It's like that John Campbell is don't beyond measure.
Or he was unaware of the possible implication.
No. John Campbell can't unaware none. No, John can't unaware none.
But let me tell you why. Let me tell you why. All right, big man, then give me the toy.
No.
Because I don't want to see this point when you're off here.
No, me don't care what you want.
I'm trying to make some logic to you.
No.
Which you don't usually do very well.
Me know.
But you've been talking for a while. You're not giving me a chance to respond.
But me talk to him. John Campbell, if me, no understand, John Campbell roast me Zidane. Because John Campbell, who is playing cricket for the West Indies, the captain of the Jamaica team, the people from the cricket board say we give them seminar so that they can equip themselves to know say when a joke says that come, you can't run them way. You understand? And John Campbell who know that.
Was John at those seminars?
I feel that if you don't go.
I agree. But let me make the point now, man.
I made the point. Made the point.
You said that it is reasonable for us to believe that John had something in his system that would give him greater than 4 years.
Yes.
That's not reasonable to believe.
Okay.
And I'm going to I am going to tell you why that's not reasonable.
Hold on. Don't tell me. So the question never asked is this, right? So if John Campbell knows say him don't have nothing in his system at all.
I am not saying that. That's not my. You usually don't understand the points I'm making.
Yeah, me know.
So that's why. You said that. I didn't. That's what you're saying is not what I'm saying. If you listen a little bit more, I'm going to waste your time. Now, athletes in Jamaica have a greater dependence on drugs to make them perform in their sport than cricketers do.
Yes.
That is why athletes all over the world are more implicated.
John was not performing good up until what day. Go now. You know.
Okay, so let's start again.
Yes, go ahead.
Athletes all over the world are more usually guilty of drugs taking than cricketers and other sports. Because track and field athletes have a greater dependence on drugs to get maximum performance.
Everybody, all me fool know that.
Good. Now, the athletes in Jamaica, the drugs that they usually take are not drugs that are going to get the maximum sentence or 4 years. That's not what the record has shown.
No.
It is there. Let me make the point.
The point that you're going to make is stupid.
But let me make. Yeah, we're going to make the stupid.
Make it a bit right.
If athletes who have a greater dependence on drugs to make them perform in their sport usually don't get 4 years for a first offense, it's unreasonable to believe that a cricketer who has less dependence on drugs to make him perform in his sport would take something harder than what athletes in Jamaica usually take. That is not reasonable. It's not logical, and you're not making.
But this is our answer. But this is our answer, right? the same athlete who depend on drugs to do better. When the drug tester them come to test them, either outside of the window of whatever they want to call it, them say, see me here, test me. You understand? They no do like John who don't have to depend on nothing as them. Them say, see me here, test me. And them get tested. John Campbell who don't have to depend on nothing, say, who no can test me.
You're telling us what we already know. What's the point?
Right. So what I'm saying to you, what you just do is make John Campbell look fuller than me. Because if John Campbell knows, what I have in my system, if you have anything at all, will not get me 2 years.
Yeah. Cricketers don't need serious performance enhancement.
Thank you very much for that.
So John Campbell, something was wrong with John Campbell.
Yes.
So it's unlikely to believe that he had something in his system that would get him 4 years. I mean, athletes don't take things that get them 4 years.
This point has been discussed though in the past. It means that what you want Water to do then is make the adjustments per sport. So you're going to give more serious sanctions if track and field athlete versus footballers versus cricketers. I don't think that can work.
No. Just give serious sanctions based on the type of drug. But I'm saying that it's unlikely for cricketers to be taking drugs that are harder.
And that's why
than athletes.
That's why we're disappointed with John Campbell. We never give him the opportunity to find whatever he have in hand.
You said that John Campbell fool verse that don't this man ever thought of the earth. You understand?
All right, but you don't have blood pressure no further.
Actually, you know, my God.
Yeah.
All right. No program Monday. You have between now and Monday to decide what you're going to disagree with me about on Tuesday. Have a nice weekend. All right, we'll take the break. We'll be back.
All right, welcome back. And we have the Liverpool man, Omar Williams, now online. Omar.
Yeah, man, boy.
Hold on. Yes, Omar. What kind of foolishness that Guardiola upon the people?
Just here, Mr. Bad. But I do a deal with Orvil read that something required as a G.
Hold on, what is
Liverpool?
No, read that story there again. You can't believe the Guardiola upon the people. I don't understand. Liverpool is the what? Where is Orvil?
Yeah, them say them.
Still the main rivals for the Premier League.
Why me I tell us I feel like a king? Look why me I tell us that Liverpool never feels like yet.
Yeah.
But there are some things I want to touch quick and fast. Yeah. For me, to be honest, I think Patrick Mahomes is what Steph Curry is to the NBA. Yeah,
which is
I think to the next 5-6 years.
In terms of how he plays the game.
Yes.
Yeah,
man.
You say it's gonna bring more people and more youngsters gonna want to watch him play.
More youngsters want to run out of the pocket and throw some ball behind them back and get some wallop or something.
Yes.
Yeah, so I think him is that.
Okay.
Onto the John Campbell thing. I think what they are doing, they are making you, because for me, and I think all logical person could think about this. If they find drugs in your system, you are a cheater, right?
Not necessarily.
Well, not necessarily, but it's a
because sometimes when you listen to somebody ruling sometime, and they say, "Why? We understand why this happened to you now." So you know, it's not all the time you come to the conclusion that this person was trying to cheat.
Yeah, was cheating, but
depending on the drug.
Some in your system, whether they explain it or not, is a different case. But when they don't have a chance to know if something in your system, I think that's what they might try to say.
You know something we have been looking at, Omar. Cricketers who have been found with drugs. Very few, you know. And when they do, it's usually a little 6 month or 8 month thing, you know. I'm looking at Upal Tharanga. I'm looking at Prithvi Shaw. Whatever the Shane wanted to get liquid for a year because I'm saying I take something to lose weight. Cricketers generally don't take nothing where that serious, you know.
We understand that, Orvil, but so when they try to stamp out.
No. Forget what they try.
But Orvil, remember they don't set the rule for cricketers.
I agree. So I'm saying it is, which is why.
So your point. So brilliant, you know.
No. Yeah. I'm saying it is unlikely for me. I agree with you. You know, they never set the rule for cricketers, which is why Jago should have realized. Hold on, what are the chances of that bridging here? I take something where even if I take something would be a 4 year something. When cricketers don't normally do that.
You're coming back right around to me now, though.
Yeah.
It's his behavior. So you're right, you know, intelligent people go up and Jago say, but the cricketers didn't really time to take these dangerous because that can't really enhance their performance much. Because cricketers don't run up and down. They don't need to sprint.
And the athletes them usually take the hardcore drugs. Cricketers over the years are not necessarily known for take nothing like that.
But
so I'm saying if we realize that, then you say, all right, it's what we not find you with is likely to be less time if you that take something done before you.
Oh, the producer is saying that maybe
the producer is saying
the strength aspect of it. They want to be stronger to hit the ball for six.
Right, so you have to just take the test.
Similar to the baseballers.
Okay. Cricketers, whether the producer believe it or not, cricketers over the world don't usually get tested positive for hard drugs. It's just a fact.
All right, so the next thing I want to jump to. So Zidane, what is your view? You share the richer get richer and poorer be poorer thing? You have it?
No, man, I'm coming from the standpoint of the sponsors.
Okay.
We know what sponsors look forward to when they sponsor.
Hold on before we get there, man. So the Super League that they were thinking about Juventus and Man City and Liverpool. Remember Arsenal would be a part of it, until probably this year.
No, man, Arsenal would have been a part of it.
Arsenal could be a part of it.
Manchester
United would get the space.
No, man, I'm saying Arsenal would have been one of the teams.
In the Super League?
Yes.
Check again, man.
Let me check again. It's wrong with you, man. Remember, say what me to Magnum already, no, man.
But so that would be unfair to a team like Brighton and my boss. Because remember, only these teams unpicked could have played it up.
I agree with the Super League.
No, my boss.
I don't like how UEFA water in the Champions League with some little joke teams, my boss.
No, man, you're supposed to can play and qualify. Look how Brighton becomes a good team, my boss.
Then when you become a good team, then you come be a part of the Super League.
No, but remember the Super League is going to be unpicked Zidane.
You believe Brighton will be a Manchester United anytime soon?
If they are going to be?
No, we'll never happen in our lifetime, my boss. Unless a rich man go down there to buy Brighton.
Yeah, the man. So we see a rich man not going to go down there. But
when the rich man go down there to buy Brighton and start, hold on, my boss.
That's the same point I make. Yeah. But if Manchester United them over there the Super League when they make the money can buy the best baller them, my boss.
Omar, you're assuming that every club wants to be Manchester United. Some of the owners just want to make money, my boss. So them develop them top players. I know what them do. They sell them to make money.
Well, that is true because them not the resources, my boss.
All right.
So if them have a chance to make the Champions League where they can make more resources, it would be better for them, my boss.
All right, Omar Williams.
I can't support that need, my boss. Never cut out that.
I disagree about stand your ground, my boss. I don't think your point, Brambleston. You understand where you're coming from?
Yeah, man. We need to make the thing across the board, my boss.
Yes, I understand your concern.
And as I say, Boom needs to do more for everybody, my boss. That's my thing.
All right.
At the league, really. At the league, make Waterhouse look so good,
All right, Omar. I understand where you're coming from.
All right, my boss.
Cool. All right, Rollington Town.
Hello?
Yeah, Rollington, what's up?
Yes, indeed, gentlemen. What go?
Yeah, man.
Boy, I'm not going to touch the John Campbell thing because I think it is at a stalemate at this point.
By the way, as the Rollington Town cricket man come on, when is the Super 50 starting?
29.
So what's his name? Ravman will be back in time to captain for the remainder.
No man, Ravman them would be at the World Cup.
Yeah,
so the World Cup wouldn't be over in time for any part of it.
No man.
Weston's going to go home first.
Oh well.
No, don't say that. Why you say
that? All right. So
man, them take off here.
Let me give you the name that somebody's saying that has been captain in the team.
Chadwick and Brad Barnes.
Yes, Brad Barnes.
Brad Barnes is the selector's son.
Yeah.
Which any old them make Brad Barnes captain. Them going to come at the selector. Brad Barnes' father.
That's conflict of interest.
That's going to be a serious case. I don't want you to say it.
You mean with the change of captaincy that?
With the national team?
Yes.
The national team is looking for a skipper, you know. Because I remember John getting the
John.
Yeah. But Blackwood and Bonner will both be unavailable to captain for the full Super 50 because they're gone for West Indies duty.
Are your Blackwood name being mentioned?
No, man, Blackwood be automatic if he was going to be here. Yeah. At the West Indies vice captain, you couldn't go around that. Bonner would also be another candidate.
Be here?
No, they're only there for the first 2 or 3 rounds.
Oh, that's what I mean.
I think is 6 teams is 8 teams in the thing, and I think each team will play 6 games. I think 2 groups of 4 and you play everybody 2 times, which means that they'll miss a large part of the thing.
I feel that if we're going to discuss the John Campbell case anymore, we should talk about the appeal. you know,
yeah.
how we feel the appeal.
Based on what I heard from the Jago chairman, it's going to be hard for him to win that appeal.
Well,
and that's why, remember, John Lawyer is adamant.
I'm not even saying to win the appeal, you know, but
to reduce the time?
To reduce the time.
It's going to be hard, Rollington Town. And that's why John Campbell Lawyer was arguing that he wasn't properly notified that they were Jago people. That's one of our arguments put forward in the case, you know.
But boy, I tell you something, you know, it's still up to this day, it puzzles me. What could John Campbell have been thinking about? The way he dealt with
never knew the length, never knew the punishment would be that strong.
But that's what that is the thing that is there in black and white. I mean, it hasn't happened to others because those
his case
have complied.
No. You see, his case is unprecedented.
Yes.
Nobody has ever refused to do a test before. So it was uncharted water. So he probably didn't know for it.
Not only that, you know, Orvil, but Jago was under pressure based on certain activities before, where it was said that they were not as sharp as they should be.
No, man, I don't think that's the reason. I think they got the opportunity to give him the full punishment because it never happened before. So you couldn't argue that person did it before and then got that. You understand what I'm saying?
Because
it's the first time so them could say, listen, I'll make an example. So boy, the others, and nobody else better not do anything like this.
So you're saying that, boy, the appeal look like another last cause?
No, I don't think him should appeal.
But the cost of the appeal, if him going venture into that is a heck of a decision to make.
Well, I've heard different views as to how much for the appeal.
Yeah.
I was reading somewhere, I say one, I'm not sure, but that's the one.
Swiss francs. And
what did you hear, Abel? I mean,
I hear from 100,000 US to 1,000 Swiss francs. I don't know which is it.
I hear the 1,000 Swiss franc argument.
Yeah,
because 100,000 sound very, very expensive.
Yeah.
Yes.
Some I don't know.
But the 1,000 Swiss franc, he would not even have to pay the whole of that based on an argument that I heard.
Yeah, I don't. Maybe we need to find out what is it, because I hear the lawyer says they are thinking about appeal. If it is 1,000 Swiss francs,
there was no thinking.
You know,
there's no thinking. Yes.
And again,
the only reason why you'd be thinking about an appeal is if the cost is prohibitive and huge.
Or losing the appeal mean you could get more years. And him can't get more years.
But if John gets...
So in other words, he doesn't have an appeal in mind at this point.
No, I think, unless them don't know, because I hear about the 1,000 Swiss franc argument, then if it is 1,000 Swiss franc, you shouldn't be thinking about appealing.
No.
You know, I will try to tell Almi can afford that.
How much is 1,000 Swiss francs in the US, man? No, man, with the appeal.
Yes.
What is a Swiss franc worth?
No, man, you would be able to easily appeal.
If that is really true,
yeah.
If the 1,000 Swiss franc is really true, because the difference between it and the first price from here would suggest that why something not right. One of them not right.
Yeah.
Or one of them probably don't even exist. But boy, really, I would love to see John find himself out of this thing, but I still wonder up to this day, what was he thinking when he decided to behave like that?
Yes.
1,000 Swiss francs is 994 US. So almost 1,000 US. It's almost 1 for 1.
Yeah.
1,000 US, me da lend him that.
There you go. So it couldn't be that. And them say thinking. Yeah, appeal right away. Because they already got the maximum, so there's nothing to lose.
Exactly.
Anyway, Zidane, before I go, you see?
Yes.
Boy, everybody is talking about Mahomes and Lamar Jackson and these young quarterbacks. I admit, I saw the game with Brady the other night. And boy, Brady has to be doing things now, running out time and all that to escape from them youngsters. I am not going to fool myself and stand up and tell you that Brady can manage these youngsters now, you know. But one thing I know, him is still crafty.
Yeah, the same way nobody can pressure Ronaldo. You can't pressure Brady.
Exactly. If you allow yourself to fall careless, Brady going to take advantage of it. But right now, these youngsters are on top of the game, man. Mahomes,
Josh Allen.
Josh Allen and
yeah.
Well, Josh Allen is a is the Buffalo Bills quarterback.
Yes, indeed. And they're going to face off.
I'm good to you know.
They will face off on Sunday. We'll leave it there, Rollington.
Mahomes have the edge over him.
Alright, we can see what happens.
Rollington, we talk.
Okay then. Mahomes have 2 good receivers.
Alright, yeah man, big up. We'll take the break. We'll take the break. We're coming. Back. Welcome back. We go to Troy.
Troy. Hello?
Troy?
Yes, man.
Yeah, man, we're back with you.
Boy, everything went quiet a while ago.
Oh.
Listen, I'm going to say again as an ardent listener that some things can get a bit distasteful on the program. And I'm not in support of Orvil or anybody on the program, Zidane or anybody. Just that to hear every time Pioneer and with this one named Rooney, this one of them. Come on, it's always again something that you say. And I think we need to kind of raise the bar, man, for these listeners. Come on and put points. We just come biased towards.
They say it's purely coincidental.
Something. No, that can't be coincidence because I've tried to happen so many times. It's more than coincidence. And if it were the same thing with
is it Rooney or Baggio you want?
But no, not Baggio. The one after fire. Garvey, right. Yeah, man, it's getting a bit distasteful now, man.
No, man, but them no worse than Baggio.
Well,
don't take Baggio.
No, as I said before, the difference with Baggio, do you know, is usually respectful.
Yeah.
Yes.
Baggio, no, as cantankerous as the other two.
Yeah, but we still don't want this thing where I just said something. Zidane said something, they'll jump and counter.
It appears to me that them go to them bed at nights, my boss.
Oh, man.
I wouldn't be surprised if them link up each other at night and say, all right, you come film today, you come film the next day, you come film the other day. I wouldn't
come on and do your research, man, and come with your point, man, and then we can
no, it is about what I say every time, my boss.
But we don't want that. They cannot lose in the program cannot lose its value with that kind of thing. And we don't want it because this is the best program around.
No, it's not losing its value, you know. As long as you don't see the thing for what it is. Them things that just me want to notice.
Anyway, my main point for today, my view, right? When I read an article about the situation, they said the panel does not find on the evidence presented that the athlete's anti-doping violation was not intentional. Now, if the person is found for having drugs and is found not to be intentional, is most likely she going to get the maximum. If they fail to allow the test to be done, it's also considered as a violation. And if it's considered to be intentional, you're going to get maximum 4 years. So with the first one, in the case of Russell, where he had some reason as to why he missed it, and the case of Leonne, they said that it was not intentional. However, based on the fact it was found in your body, it was not intentional. So I'm not going to give you the maximum.
You automatically will get some sort of a sanction when it is found.
But it won't be maximum.
But it won't be maximum if they believe that you never wanted to enhance your performance.
Right. So the reason why he got the 4 years, not because he had a drug, but because he failed to allow the test to be done. And his reason was not sufficient to show.
Yeah, man, we know. But I think that maybe we have to revisit that.
What? That's the one.
Well,
we may have to, but it's just a rule, you know.
Fine, but we can. Rules are revisited. I don't believe, as the lawyers like to call it, a prima facie case, that a man who does not do a test must be punished to the harshest possible way if what was in him. You know,
you have to add. No, hold on. You have to add deliberately doing it, Orvil.
If I'm deliberately, when Mr. Deliberate, me not think say that man must get the harshest penalty
but
if
Orvil,
he was found with something.
If the person,
I forgive me like a halfway thing.
Orvil, let me ask you a question. What could be possible reason why a man failed to allow the test?
But this is what I'm saying. Usually,
what could be possible reason?
He might have something in his system. Let's say that is the rational conclusion.
Right.
And I'm saying the overwhelming majority of Jamaican athletes who take things don't get 4 years as a first offense.
Yeah, they didn't get 4 years because it was not found to be intentional.
Yeah, but hold on a try. If it was a Jago rule, then Orvil would have a point in it. But it's not a Jago rule, Orvil. It's a WADA rule, and WADA is for the entire world. WADA set the rule for athletes across the world, not just Jamaica.
But I believe that, I still believe that Jago never, that the panel never have to give him 4 years.
Do we have any other athlete which was found to be intentional?
No.
And got less than 4 years?
No one has ever refused in Jamaica.
No.
No, even if they found the drugs in them, it was not.
No, man, but them now when them get
tested. No, man, when I say intentional, I mean that the reason that they presented.
Them always reduce, they always go and come up with something. Man find things in them system.
Because there are some plausible reasons.
What did Tyson Gay said when he get caught? He said, well, me take the licks, man. Me know what me do.
Tyson Gay said he trusted somebody who let him down.
Yeah. He never tried to argue that
he never
How long did he get again?
Was it 3 years or 4 years?
Right.
I could find.
But the energy is not on Jago, it's on Campbell.
But try and Orvil, you know, I hear from good source that they said John Campbell, based on the evidence, just take the 2 years and nobody win a hearing thing. I'm hearing from good source that was the case.
Well, there you go. There you go.
So John Campbell was ill-advised, my boss, in everything.
Oh, by the way, Tyson Gay was given a 1 year suspension.
1 year.
What was the drug?
I'll go and tell you.
Yeah, man, check the drug.
Remember, I know if you got a court to no boss, like just like the case the other day, and the man go and say, me do it. There's a strong possibility that you're going to get a reduced sentence, you know.
Me tell you, I said, if John Campbell said, listen, I apologize, me sorry. Well, we're not going to the hearing.
Exactly.
Me think he would have get 2 years.
Me had that stress, and me just take a smoke or something.
Me and my woman dog in the house, and me never want to see nobody. Me sorry, me I apologize. Again, me don't even not going to hearing.
Yeah.
Him get the 2 years, my boss. And then Orvil wouldn't be drawing out him here.
Well.
Yeah.
Come on, I'm a cricket man and love cricket and rate John Campbell.
No, it's not that. It's just how we treat other athletes.
No, me understand too now.
You say you know the reason why a lot of Jamaicans not really give John a strike. We not really rate John. Make the Shelley and Fraser.
I don't think that's the case really. Well, it could be. But
them Jamaican people, if it was Shelley and Fraser, right now, Arlene Thompson get 4 years for that.
Well, possibly.
More Jamaicans didn't come out and say that.
Yeah.
But John Campbell is not really rated. John Campbell up on the West Indies team now going with nothing. The West Indies teams are like a box.
They say John Campbell was lucky because what the gentleman who got hurt, they think John Campbell would have been dropped.
Yeah, the Shanda Paul brother.
Yeah.
So my
nah, get no joy from the public.
My thing against Jago is that what they do is that they're trying to prevent they protect the sports, right? No, you can't protect the sports and the same breath issuing a rule in that gonna destroy the sport.
What do you mean?
You understand? Meaning you have a man who is coming up, most are gonna be a captain of the Jamaican side, continue to build the sports, and you're rolling the man out for life. To me that's destroying the sport to some extent.
I mean, I know if them look on that.
No, they don't care.
They don't look on that.
They don't look at those things because
I know about Orvil. If you get a job to protect something, the action you do to protect can be to destroy it.
In other words, I hear the business about message sending. You could have sent a message with 2 years to, you know. 2 years is a long time in a man's career when I'm at 29.
4 years is really wrong still.
4 years not long as a sportsman at 29. What you say?
23. That done, man. Him done.
Yeah. Basically, I tell the man if you go look up work up for one.
I can't play no cricket at all.
No organized cricket.
All right, my boss, try.
Yeah, cool. All
right, thanks for the call. Good views.
Anyhow, this was Shelley and Fraser. I can tell you that the majority of the people who call and not take me on would not take me on. They would agree with me. Say, yo, why would I figure 4 years?
I mean, alone wouldn't agree.
Probably not. Because you're not really afraid to go against the green like that.
Yes.
But them people we are calling about me.
They would have I'm mute under the pressure.
Exactly.
All right.
So, not impressed.
Oh, Sunny State for his last 2 minutes. Yes, Sunny State.
Bring back again?
Yes, we give you the last 2 minutes. Thanks for calling back.
Yeah, and I will retract my thing there.
Retract what?
But the Shelley thing. Don't associate other athletes with this thing, man. It's different. It's not like any other thing, Orvil. And I'm going to say that you're true.
I can say it again. If this had happened to a name brand love Jamaican athlete, the public reaction wouldn't be the way
fair enough, but don't say it.
No, man, but we say it already.
It's not giving the disciplinary board, right, any credit.
No, I'm not talking about what the disciplinary board would do. You know.
He's talking about the public.
I'm saying the public. That's why sometimes I don't feel listen when I call and my boss. A long time in the radio, I'm very responsible on the things that I'm saying.
Hey, well, I know. Disciplinary board are part of the public, too, you know.
No, man, I know them, I thought the people who call the program.
Yeah, a part of the public.
I'm saying the people who have been on my case from Monday, I said me this and me that. And John deserve what I'm getting. If this was Shelley and Fraser, do you think that the public reaction for the program would be the same?
I'm happy they have now set that precedent, and what we must hope for is that they be consistent.
Oh, okay.
Right? They must not be consistent, because I would like to see this very same thing happen to any other athlete who try this. Anyone.
Well.
So I want to plead to the Jamaican sportsmen, their enablers, their supporters. If you should ever find yourself in this position, right, don't put your career in the hands of some people to decide.
No, not at all. Maybe.
Right? When you get an opportunity like this, you hold it up, you protect it.
No man, nobody can go around that. I don't think no other athlete in Jamaica, no other sportsman are going to step in that.
So that is what we must preach to everybody else, because a lot of people are still somewhat
You think after this incident with John, we really have to preach to athletes in Jamaica, said take the test when the people turn up, you know,
Man, let them come tree and them open up and say, come.
Sometimes we're reckless.
What you know, 2 tests?
And careless. And just like how you're saying, it is a mistake. It's not a mistake. Right?
No man, mistake has two meanings in it. Mistake can mean not knowing, but mistake can mean wrong choice, wrong decision.
Exactly.
It was a mistake to this rather than that.
A mistake now means that you have done something wrong. Okay. It's not every time you do something wrong is a mistake.
All right, sir.
Right? And if you never just play out for a minute or two, you know, that must have played out for at least half an hour or more. He had enough.
That was a factor. That was a factor as well, my boss. If it was sudden and him said, listen, I'm not going
on. I'm sure whoever was around him must have advised him, just do the thing.
No, Sonny State, you make a good point here, just jumping away from it. You see, John Campbell came to the window and said, I want to the man, listen to the window, I can't make me just wait, man, and leave the window and gone. They're saying John Campbell was having a discussion with them. Yeah.
That not help him.
That never help him at all.
Every time we hear it, but it shiver, man. I can't believe I'm really stand up and do something like that. But anyway, Liverpool now, see? I talk about Liverpool from Weddy and Clap and Pep, you know. Right? Well, one of the reasons I can't rate Pep over Clap, right? I've never seen him being put in a position like what Clap have been placed into. Many times.
What I know?
Never.
Liverpool is struggling now. If Liverpool beat up Man City Sunday, we're going to have to keep quiet for the program. Monday morning.
And I know that here.
Well, I'm glad there's a holiday.
Clap are probably the coach where Pep rate the most. He's very fearful of playing against Clap, you know.
When last beat Man City? When last beat Man City? The last 5 times, five times now you beat Man City, my boss. 3 draw and 2 defeat for Liverpool. 3 draw and 2 defeat, my boss. No matter with that. Afraid of which Liverpool? Sonny, no, sir.
Yes, man, I'm going to show you why. But you can't.
Sonny, we have to go. Big up yourself. Call us again now on Tuesday when the game.
Special good afternoon to you, gentlemen. Good afternoon to everyone listening across the globe. But I'm diverting, actually, from the hot topic on the sports desk for the last couple of days. Although we have to say a special good day to Shane Warne. If he's listening across the globe. Was he tested positive? I don't remember.
Yeah, he was given a year.
Okay. No, he said something about cricketers and drugs.
I didn't say cricketers were not. Actually, I did cite the case of Shane Warne. What is wrong with you?
Not troubling you. But if you look across the glass, there were 5 cricketers over there who have been tested positive. That's what I wanted to show you. Yeah. But in any case, so cricketers do take actually.
I know, but they don't usually get 4 years.
No. We weren't talking about that at the time.
I was talking about that. I'm saying that usually what they take, they don't get 4 years.
No, so cricketers don't necessarily usually take drugs. That's what he said.
Sean, come on.
So in any case.
I want you to do your producers. I cited the case of Shane Warne. I spoke of Prithvi Shaw. I spoke of another one. So cricketers do get tested. I brought those examples.
Yeah.
But I'm saying usually what they take doesn't warrant them getting 4 years. So the assumption is John would have to be taking something with normal cricketers don't take, normal athletes don't take, normal footballers don't take. If they had found him, tested him and found him, if they get 4 years. In other words, the punishment of refusing to do the test is far heavier in all likelihood than if they had tested him and found something.
It's the first time for everything.
Let's move on.
So that's not troubling. Right. In any case, because I actually came here to speak about Janique Brown, not about cricket or drugs or anything like that. Now, Janique Brown, and if persons who don't know who Janique Brown is, and Janique Brown was the former national record holder in the 100 meters hurdles. She was also an NCAA champion. She attended Woodman's Girls. But many persons wouldn't know her for that. But what they would know her for is a rant that she made on social media last couple of months. And the persons were stating that, oh, this girl cannot represent Jamaica again. Never in her lifetime she'll represent Jamaica, and going on like that on social media. Yes, it was embarrassing. Yes, it was disgraceful to some point. But not because she made a rant, because she's somewhere in her life at that time when she made the rant. And she came out on social media and said some things. She's back in track of the field. She's at MVP right now training. Right now. She was there for the last week or not 2 weeks. So she's back in track of the field. So for all those individuals who are saying that they don't want her to represent Jamaica again, take it back. The fact of the matter is persons make mistakes. Everyone make mistakes along the way. And sometimes persons say things that they may take back later on in life. And when you're doing that, don't kill them for it. Don't judge them for the rest of their lives for one thing that they did 5 years ago, 5 months ago. So for this individual who's training, I am extremely happy that she's back on the track because she's extremely talented. She's extremely talented, running at 12.40 seconds. She was on her way to running 12.2 at the time, winning NCAA for Arkansas. So yes, she had some problems, have some emotions, or maybe she's unstable, you don't know. But that's life. Nobody's going to be perfect. No system is going to be perfect. Nothing is going to be perfect. You have to work with what you have given. And right now, I think she is in the right camp with the right coach, with the right athletes to bring her back on track. Maybe she won't be 100% in terms of mental, but you don't know. But maybe she will be. You don't know. But she's a talented athlete. Give her the opportunity. Give her the chance. Rest your mouth for this next couple of months, and let's see what happened to this young lady. That's all I'm saying.
Can you come to my in the witness box, Mr. Sean?
Go ahead.
Brilliant word. You should give her a chance. Don't hold her social media utterances against her.
Right.
She's a highly talented girl.
Yes, highly talented.
Don't enter her career.
Yeah.
The people who said
that
she must compete.
Right.
Brilliant. Love it.
I love it too.
What's your view on John Campbell again?
What's it? He has been given a sentence, and do not kill the panel. That's my view on John Campbell. Don't kill the panel. They did their job, what they had to do, and let's move on.
So your view.
Enjoy your day.
So Sean says Janique Brown, highly talented, is running 12.4s, could go 12.2s. And you know 12.2s is big people thing. Give her a chance. Don't write her off. John Campbell, however, maybe not so talented. He got what he deserved. Do you see the difference in those two perspectives? We go to Alrick. Alrick. Hello.
Hello. Good day, Alrick.
Alrick, your turn.
Sir Orvil and Zidane.
Good afternoon.
Yeah, man. So I'm going to touch the John Campbell thing and then move on quickly. All right, so in terms of the appeal process to CAS,
somebody
is not prohibitive enough.
It's 40,000.
No, somebody tell me said you pay 1,000 Swiss francs to get first aid. No, no, if you want first aid, but if you want first aid lawyer, like not first aid, legal aid.
No man, based on I'm on the CAS website.
Tell me here.
I'm on the CAS website, and the cost for an arbitration, it says each party involved in a dispute submitted to CAS arbitration must pay the court office a minimum sum of 1,000 Swiss francs in order for this application for arbitration or appeal to be registered. So it is not prohibitive. So each party put up them 1,000 Swiss francs, which we know is 1-to-1 for the US, so about 150 grand. So it is not prohibitive. So I understand how the lawyer they must say, I guess based on when they look on them case.
So where does this figure of 150,000 US come from?
I'm not sure because it even breaks down if the arbitration is for a disputed sum. It tell you what administrative cost for that, and it is laid out on the website.
Yeah, man.
So why would the lawyers and John be thinking about appeal?
That man also.
If it costs 150,
unless they don't think they have a good case.
No,
but even if you don't think you have a good case, the
CAS can't to lose really, because 150,000 Jamaican.
No man, I'm saying what normally CAS do, you know, is either the term either them uphold or them reduce or add on time, but you can't add on time for 4 years when 4 years is the maximum. So what would they have to
lose really?
Yeah.
No. Yeah, but having read the water code though. John couldn't, based on this, John couldn't get anything less than 4 years.
No.
So based on what the water code says, the independent panel did the right thing. Because what you have been saying, Orvil, in terms of him getting a reduced sentence is not applicable to John. Because the thing is very clear in the water code.
Them said they don't believe it.
It don't even go to that because based on there are specific penalties for certain things. If I take it in competition, if I take drugs and found positive in competition, that's a separate penalty. If I take it out of competition, that's a separate penalty, and depending on whether it is intentional or not. But the thing that John fall under, the code says, and it is 10.3. It says for violation of Article 2.3 or 2.5, the period of ineligibility shall be 4 years, except, and it says shall. So that is what it is saying. You shall, not might or may. There's no gray area there. It shall be 4 years, except, and there are some exceptions.
Give me the except. Because Dwight Chateau had the message.
I think Dwight Chateau was saying that.
Except, what are the exceptions?
All right, one. In the case of failing to submit a sample collection, which is in John case.
Yes.
If the athlete can establish that the commission of the anti-doping rule violation was not intentional, the period of ineligibility shall be 2 years. So in this instance, he clearly could not establish that it was not intentional. So them give him the 4 years. So the 2 years would not apply to him.
What were the other conditions?
Yeah, man, I go into the other condition. 2, in all other cases, if the athlete or other person can establish exceptional circumstances that justify a reduction of the period of ineligibility.
Exceptional circumstances is weird.
The period of ineligibility shall be in a range from 2 years to 4 years.
Exceptional circumstances.
Repeat.
So that is weird, John. They could have allowed it. The exceptional circumstances.
Why you want them charged with them for corruption?
No. Yo, the man.
Which exceptional circumstances?
Coming in late, not the man.
They
disoriented.
But the thing is, we don't know what evidence was used in the trial.
No, I believe John was disoriented.
You are aware that he came in late, not the Jago officer.
No, but I believe that John wasn't in his right.
No, but they don't know that he wasn't.
But we don't know that Orvil, and it clearly his attorney did not.
You know say.
You should have be the attorney.
Jesus, peace if I was the attorney here.
And the attorney, them you have to.
I don't know about the attorney.
There you go.
People, you come me I come from Asylum. Now Asylum no work again.
Alrick, I've been saying, but
I come from Quad 3:34 o'clock. Me drunk as butt. In them hard time, in them dangerous time, me hear man outside me gate and run with that people.
It's clear now, Orvil, that these attorneys probably never know themselves in order to mount a better defense.
Hold the line, Alrick.
Me never want to go down the attorney rule. But me, I create exceptional circumstances why I said no.
But they still have to believe it, though.
Then them still have to believe. Yeah.
All right, we're coming back. We're coming back.
Yes, Alrick, we're back with you.
So the second thing is that, so if him can prove exceptional circumstances, that will justify a reduction for the period of ineligibility.
Well, an exceptional circumstance, me I go if me a John.
Yeah, so that's how them should have argued. But so clearly, their argument was that he was not properly notified. That's a poor defense.
No, I don't know what their arguments were because I don't hear the full court. But
yeah, we don't hear the argument, but based on what they are saying.
You turn up on my yard. Me again at the kids. I say, listen, Jamaica is one of the most brutal and violent countries in the world. Minister 6 may say some people out there for me. Me not opening my door. People. How me know show me ID say on a judge, how me know them ID are real. A police have I'm trying some hole for something to say. Exceptional circumstances.
So even if him could prove exceptional
plus me drunk people may come from road late.
Yeah, even if he could
hold on, but to be fair, the lawyer did put that forward.
So what?
That they weren't properly notified that
as
they were
the basis for them appeal.
Yeah. And they said John
as the basis for the appeal.
Yeah, and they said John Campbell never give them the opportunity because when they said Jago, John Campbell never opened the door. His landlord was there, so he could not be in fear.
Yeah. May I say, how me know no Jago for real people? How me know get some fake ID thing? First of all, me say 6 o'clock, and then me change it to 8, and then I come now. Maybe some not them time I mean I open my door.
Everybody.
So the water code, even if him could prove exceptional circumstances, the minimum years him will get is between 2 and 4 years. So, and the third exception is this: in a case involving a protected person or recreational athlete, the period of ineligibility shall be arranged between a maximum of 2 years.
No man.
And
so clearly the one way that
not apply to him.
Is exceptional circumstance.
Exactly. So the only defense that could have helped him is to establish exceptional
which means that the panel could have gone that the circumstances were exceptional. You know?
No, but that's not their argument. Them can't apply to him.
But if that was the only caveat that can get him,
these are exceptions, you know.
Them have to argue.
No, and I don't think they argue that. They have to get the 4 years.
I don't know if they argue. Then why wouldn't they argue that?
These exceptions is only to reduce it from 4 years.
I understand that the landlord was more on the Jago people's side.
Why would the landlord be more with Jago than with John, and I'm John pay her rent?
No, she have to get her rent no matter what, John.
Wait a lot. No, but why would the landlord be more with Jago?
Because the landlord is aware of Jago. Jago would have come there before, and the landlord would have let them.
No. I'm saying my landlord, me in trouble, and you will testify against me.
The landlord was talking to us clearly.
My landlord against me in a court. Don't explain that to me, people. I don't understand that.
Well.
Me have a landlord who may pay money to too much 10 months or a year. Me in trouble and the landlord go act as witness for the prosecution. Then for me, then what kind of relationship with the landlord? I don't understand some of them.
Yeah, so basically
the landlord. No, but think about it now, Alrick, man, before the move on, man. Come here, said the landlord was not speaking on John Bear.
No, not
yes, because I hear the case of Orvil, I know the details, I go down the road. But look on the facts, so we know that the penalty for failure to submit to a test shall be 4 years. And the only way you can have a reduction in that 4 years is if there are exceptional circumstances. The exceptions are laid out clearly in the water code. If those don't apply to him, then the maximum will be 4 years. That's simple as that. That's the black and white at the code.
My exceptional circumstance, Jamaica deals, not opening my door at Minister 6. And when the landlord opened the door, I said, where you open the door for? People. And me I tell her that was the discussion.
And that would have to be put forward in the tribunal. And
Jamaica
then them rule and that.
No, but in the John case, who can come on my yard, Minister 6, not them time you call me? I mean, not know you.
Your landlord. The landlord is the one that woke up John, you know.
The landlord don't live at the place.
The landlord is there.
So the landlord live there?
Yes, it seems so. So the landlord was the one who called John to get John to come to the door.
And me I got cuss off the landlord.
That's what he was doing. So that's why he wasn't disoriented.
Because but me cuss off the landlord. If me disoriented, me I say, what you do? Who is you for open the door out here? Me know who them people are. At that me I say, you know, at Jamaica this, you know. Me now open me door. Hey, if me not know you, me now open my door, Minister 6.
They waited 1 hour.
No, well, that no help then. Cause if I me I call the police and say some people say them Jago outside.
And that's what Jago is saying, you know. Call somebody then to verify if it's Jago or not.
Yeah, well.
So I want to make a final point. I'll use something. When you think about what going with Mbappe and PSG, hear the reporter that the man was out.
Yeah, I've heard it.
Yeah, but I tell you, say, the man is on an ego train where like you know on a break there, man. Because I don't know. Remember, you know, him say the man gave me based on the report that came out when him signed the contract that
the promising things that they not give.
About is a project them a deal with. It's a project and the contract is from 2023 end.
Mm-hmm.
So if it's a project and him basically want out, the man is behaving like a spoiled brat and I throw the ties out of the pram. Because he's not getting certain things.
But from the other day, him going on with some things.
Yeah, man, I'm going on with a lot of things. And it all comes down to the power that him give him or the perceived power that him think him have.
Yeah.
Because he basically all want to tell the coach how to deploy him. And a film job that.
Mm-hmm.
Because if the coach have Galtier have Messi, him, and Neymar, he basically want to play as a lone striker.
Yes.
And basically I say one of the man has to get bench. And you can't want to tell the coach how to operate. You are the player, the coach the players are like soldiers and the coach are the general, you know. Him tell you how you're supposed to set up and how you want to play and you follow the instructions. You must tell the man say when you play with France.
Yeah, man.
He have more freedom and all them things. But and a France play for PSG, he play for.
Yeah, him sound like a youth who
him spoil man. Thing I get to him head man.
All right, my boss.
All right, cool.
There you go. All right, back now to Evangelist.
Right,
Evangelist, sir.
Yeah, greetings and salutations.
Greetings and salutations as well.
You hear me clearly?
Yes.
Yeah, man.
I'm curious to see when Sean was put on the stand a while ago, in what capacity was Orvil, the defending lawyer or the prosecutor? And Sean pick up from early.
Yeah, man. He know which road I was going, and he give me a proper diplomatic answer.
Yeah, I understand. The man just still pulling around the thing. I'm saying, you take them back me up in this courthouse today and get me in trouble.
He give me a nice diplomatic answer, but he know where I was going.
All right, sir. I'm going on another topic. It's interesting that they call them before touch on PSG, because I'm going to PSG, but on a whole different level. I don't know if any other caller has mentioned, because I wasn't there earlier, that Neymar is on the verge of getting a 5-year sentence. He's going to
prison sentence, yeah.
Prison sentence. Anybody mention it?
No, I just saw a flash of it a little while, but I put it up for me, Sean. Or we can find it.
Yeah, because I'm saying 2013 transfer when he was 17 years old. The money is when they transfer him, them give the transfer a particular value, but them undervalue the deal. So when the investment company, because there's an investment company who had an interest in him, and so when they drop the value, that means they have to pay over less money.
Let me tell you what the report states. Brazilian forward Neymar will stand trial next week on fraud and corruption charges over his transfer to Barcelona from Santos in 2013. And the complainant, Brazilian investment firm, said on Thursday it was demanding a 5-year jail term. So is the complainant asking a 5-year jail term?
I demand it. So you're telling me,
no, no, mean that. You're not going to spend a day.
And Neymar has denied all the allegations.
And he lost that appeal 2017. He lost that appeal, which is why it actually came up again.
Yes.
So the possibility does exist. Because I'm a Brazilian fan, I'm not too keen on my main danger man being out.
Oh, and they're saying for the trial, yes, this is the first time he would appear in court. Normally he sends the lawyers.
Yes, because all the other times the lawyer was able to show this.
Usually when you're a big superstar of the magnitude of Neymar, it gets to this, it means that the people might very well have a good case,
Yes.
Because it's not easy to get people of this magnitude into court, my boss.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And this is pretty serious, and I don't think a lot of Brazilian fans are. I think it's your station that clearly still speaking on your support.
Yes.
That's for support. And then I followed up on it immediately. I just straight Google and said, no, well, I didn't get the name because I missed the name. So I said Brazilian star and it came up as Neymar. But it has serious implications for the Brazilian football team.
Why?
If it does happen. And for his career, we're talking about John Campbell's career ending. If this were to materialize, and him actually get 5 years, even 4 years, even 3 years, and go to prison. Because I know, slap on the wrist.
I read in the case now and I try to make sense of it. What a Brazilian investment firm has called for neither that. This firm apparently owns 40% of the rights to Neymar.
Yes.
And they are arguing that they lost out because the transfer fee was undervalued.
Yes.
In other words, they feel that 40% of $1 million is different from 40% of $5 million.
There you go.
So they feel that Neymar them deliberately undersell the thing for make him 40% less.
Exactly.
Oh.
And the player get 40 million euros out of that, They're nice,
Oh.
You see me? So they feel cheated. So they might go for the jugular now. Because them say, we need our pound of flesh for this thing, and we want him to get 5
How would you have a case if I decide that so Neymar is 18 and I say, all right, I'm going to buy you for 40?
Yes.
How would you have a case against Barcelona? Because I'm understanding that Barcelona president is facing the charges as well. Great topic this. Hold the line, Evangelist. We'll take a break. We're coming back.
That one interesting. All right, welcome back. We still have Evangelist?
Yeah, man.
Evangelist, you have a minute.
Okay. So I'm saying so you've got an opportunity to read a little more, I would assume.
Yeah, but clearly it's something that I would want some more time.
Yeah, you have to take a time to read it to understand specifically what they're trying.
Essentially, the company has said the Neymar's price was undervalued
intentionally.
Yeah.
For cut them out of them real 40%.
And that's fraud. If you have financial dealings which undervalue something in order to make a gain, a fraud.
Because one of the things they said that Neymar's family get X and then them charge 40% of what was left.
Yes.
There you go.
And so it's going to be interesting to see how
so we'll be coming up this one in the future to see where it goes, because World Cup is just around the corner.
Yeah.
And it will change the entire structure of the Brazilian.
Yeah, because Brazil already is struggling with an attacking midfield, and Neymar is playing that role basically. So if you lose him,
yes,
Right. But I don't think it will get to that aspect of it before the World Cup, though. Because this type of trials will take a long time.
Yes, that drought again.
Yeah, man.
Now, 5 years since the last rally,
yeah.
2017 was the last time we got to. Are you think you're going to be on this again without being settled?
Well, maybe not, but
all right, my boss.
Let's see. But good topic you're raising, my boss.
My brother.
Yeah, man, cool. Bless up. All right, we go to Leonne.
Leonne.
Hello?
Yeah,
yes,
man.
Leon.
Yeah, man. Good afternoon, gentlemen.
Good afternoon.
Yeah, man. I messed with him. Charles said, go and PSG, mash up people in club, man. PSG, this at the people. Mbappe, one ton man sign a place. I'm Neymar, I go to prison.
And you think that the World Championship we should put in a bit?
Eh?
And you think the World
Championship? Yeah, man. But me, I say, I mess it. When it's on there, I may draw out, man. You know that?
Yeah, man, we know that you try, man. That's why it not work.
You better know. The Jamaica Premier League players, them get tested.
They are open for testing.
Yeah, but now they test the top athletes, the one that represent.
But a Jamaican Premier League player can in a 1 month time be playing at Man U, you know. Isn't it so? I can be playing at the World Cup or at the highest level in football. National team.
What I know is that they test track and field athletes far more than they test the others.
What I'm saying is that why is that cricket? Why is ICC a part of WADA?
Why not?
Well, I mean, cricketers use performance enhancing drugs. I know that thing that was cited for a diuretic once upon a time, which I think could be a masking agent.
I never buy Shane on argument.
Some other people do it, man. Prithvi Shah, them, but you know them thing in a cough medicine and
probably fast bowlers, they could say they could go on something to enhance their performance.
Shane one said he wanted it to increase his look. He wanted to look better on the camera.
No, he said his mother gave him to ease take off weight.
Yes, to look better for the camera. He wanted to lose some weight to look better on the camera.
But how come I never hear like the basketballers, the NBA people in jobs?
Why? Is that good? I don't think that the
I don't think the testing regime is as strict as track and field athletes, for instance.
No, but I think 1 or 2 NBA player was found guilty. But as long as
you ever heard any?
Yeah, man. As long as they take the test, you're good enough, my boss.
I'm asking you, are you ever aware of any? Because I never heard any.
Yes, I have.
I know I heard of a couple baseball players.
No, man, I've heard of 1 or 2 NBA players in the past.
You can't call a name?
I'd have to go and double check.
Okay. But me I say, if so out of the 24 hours, you can give them any time, any 1 hour?
6 a.m. to 11 p.m. I think.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, 6.
You have to find the time between those hours.
Yeah. Because me that give them like some 3 to 4, me that live at Tivoli, you know.
That is a good one.
Come down there.
Yes.
I think me here says athletes used to give them some ridiculous.
Well, I will give them 11 p.m. and they don't have Tivoli then. Right there, yes.
But try do it, when them turn up
at Tivoli.
They 3 times.
Well. Maybe I want Tivoli 11 o'clock, Orvil.
Eh? No, but if you get them that, thinking that it will dissuade them, and you have some drug tester with the side, say, all right, we know what you are trying to do.
Yeah.
We are going to turn up at Tivoli with 15 police behind.
Then we have to extenuate it, sir. At that time, we have to find an extenuating circle.
No, so you find it the first time.
And the second time.
And the second time, then what you going to know? You have to change the address and say, you're really charging.
Man, me never did it. We can't stay on the avenue that time.
No, you can't tell her 3 times, do you know? No, man, if you tell them, if them turn up 3 times, you don't have whatever street.
May you come from a country. You know what a country you have no number.
Yeah.
And when you say round the road, I fall past on we hilltop.
Yeah. Well,
yeah, man, our country, me that live, man. We up in some bush.
If you live in a country, no for the country, then no gate number, you know.
Yeah, man, you cross our some river. We over so. Yeah, man, then come. Yeah, man, I want to big up on yourself.
Yeah, man, big up, Leon.
All right, St. Jago.
Good afternoon, gentlemen.
Yeah.
Good afternoon.
Oh, no, I'm going to tell you so. Garden cool right now, you know.
Okay.
Yeah, man, garden cool right now.
You sure about that?
No, I'm not sure.
Okay.
Zidane.
Yes.
The Neymar thing. You know Neymar am I baller?
Yes.
What am I baller? You asked about the how they would do the valuation thing. Or how they would know that he's undervalued.
Yes.
It's just like anything else. Just like you're importing a car, a machine, or a phone. Customs have a value on it from the class of the item.
Yeah, but a player is different though. It's harder to know
the value. Same. They would look at the class of the player.
All right. Another question though. If I undervalue you, how does Barcelona and the parents benefit from undervaluing?
All right. Simply because the agent will get a straight percentage of the value of the player, the transfer. So the smaller the transfer, the less the agent will get. So if you undervalue the man, you're really cutting out the agent money. Just like again custom duty. If you import a Benz and you tell custom that it's a larger price to pay for it,
oh,
it means the government will lose revenue.
So we both agree that listen, let's charge this and me get this and you get this.
Right, and under the table you can split the
I see what you mean about
the difference.
Yes, I see
so
what
there are ways to get around it, you know?
Yes.
And it's just like GCT. You pay GCT straight on your sales.
Mm-hmm.
If you tell the man you sell a little bit, you have a little bit of GCT you have to pay.
Yes. Yeah.
So if you say, all right, Virgin, me sell you this, but we're not reporting it as a sale, which means we're not giving you an invoice.
Yes.
Not that I'm recommending it, but, you know, there are ways of doing it.
Yeah, man, I understood.
All right. Another thing with Zidane, the maximum, you talk about what John Campbell had to lose by appealing. Apart from the cost and thing, you know, for appeal, the money you have to pay the lawyer and all of that.
Yes.
I know this go with the prison thing, and I think it's the same with Jago. Not that I've been to prison, but, you know, if you appeal, the sentence don't start until the appeal is done, you know, and if you lose, then the sentence only begin at the end of the appeal.
Yes, sir, go.
I know that's how it is in the correctional thing.
No, man, it can't be.
Yes,
because he is missing time from.
So you're saying that a man in prison now, let's say a man had gotten 30 years.
Yeah.
And him appeal him case and lose.
Yeah.
A man who might have been in prison 10 years now.
Yes.
That him going to restart the 30 years when him get?
Yes, man.
Nothing can go so, man.
Yes, man.
I strongly doubt it.
No, man.
All right, I'll check it.
Yeah, man, double check that one.
So me spend 20 years. Me no sentence.
When you appeal a case, if in event you lose the appeal,
you have to restart your sentence?
Yes, the sentence only commence at the end of the appeal.
The only way that could work is if they say, listen, you can continue playing until the appeal is heard. That's the only way.
No, but I'm talking in real court now.
You're saying like in different from a man in prison.
So the 10 year old me spending in prison already is wiped off once me appeal and me lose.
Yeah, man, I think that's the case with
it couldn't apply to that.
I
would be very, very surprised.
January 9th, page B3, that's sports section. A photograph of John Campbell playing a nice cover drive. You know, left hand, a lovely cover drive there. But in the article, they tell us that there were two grounds on which he argued his case. The lovely lawyer, Miss Thomas. One was he has never returned an adverse analytical finding for banned substances. That was one ground of defense. And the second one now is really the fallacy, which is why the thing gets thrown out. The second one was that Jago had not provided proper notification. So I think that is where the misunderstanding comes in, because the only way you can say the man not notify you is if you think it's a window test.
No, man. Notification in this case doesn't mean notice.
Would mean identification?
It means identification.
Then a man must identify themselves, man. Then the lawyer could really go into court and say Jago never identified.
But that's what she said out of court. She said it on this radio program and she said it on the television as well.
Yeah. All right. In the appeal, they have to drop that argument. But Jago never provide Article 2.3.
If it's John Campbell and them alone was there, my boss, he could put that argument forward.
You maintain the argument that him never have an adverse finding, and simply that the man didn't know the consequence of his action. He thought he was on his ground by refusing the test, and in ignorance, he raised up the man them. I never know, because if you think you are right, you can be adamant, if John think that him genuinely, Jad could never had a right to come and do a random test. Him know about that. Him know about the window. And the man come outside the window. So yes, him would get dark. So him have to just beg Miranda. Boy, Miranda, I'm mistaken and I'm sorry. And I think also, instead of going to Europe for the appeal, most of the time you can get presidential pardon. I know with governments like, U.S. president and all of that, and the King of England can pardon you. I think young man, Mr. Alex Williams, the chairman of the Jago, he might have within his remit the power to ask the panel.
Him can appeal, man. Jago can appeal against the ruling of the panel, They have in
You mean Jago?
Jago itself.
Right.
Have appealed against
the ruling
of the panel.
Right.
I think in our case with Sherry and Brooks and those people.
Right. So
they were given but Jago were appealing the other way. The panel had said them people are not forgetting the time. And Jago said no man. So the people have forget time.
Right. So let's work on Alex Williams, a nice young man. Instead of going to Europe, spending all that money. Have Alex, try and get a little redress.
All right, St. Jim.
Cool.
Big up. We'll take our final break. We're coming back. All right, welcome back. We go to Man from Uncle. Long time we don't hear from Man from Uncle. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon, sir.
Man from Uncle, what's up?
You thank me.
Yeah.
But jumping for the John Campbell thing, my birthday name. There's a time another thing in the legal circle say no two cases the same thing, and every case turn on its own fact. So more hand them bear that in mind. And since I'm judged as a quasi court thing.
Yeah.
So when you bring in the other case them night, none of two cases the same thing, and them turn on them own fact. So everything have to be interpreted in its own way.
Yeah.
That's one thing. You understand? So next man might get 2 years, next man get 1, and a man get 4. It all depends on the facts presented and the situation.
That's why your lawyer representative is the key, man. To advise you what we're going to argue in this case.
Right. Yeah. You understand? Some people say the lawyer will him get. I don't feel them to do it right.
Yeah, I agree.
Like Orvil said, me argue so boy. 9 morning, me drunk and this and all that thing could argue.
But maybe John advised her to try and get it thrown out when Orvil.
Problem.
Maybe she did try working for say, we could take it for the 2 years, we can argue this and take it 2 years. But maybe John said, no, we never know say them. Because that's could have gotten it thrown out completely, Because if I don't know it, it's Jago. Then I'm not going to make you test me. I'm not going to make any ordinary man come off the street and inject me with anything. So that would get the case thrown out. And I think maybe you wanted the case to be thrown out.
Nobody say, so much to me, I see the thing, Jago. Once the Jago people, my eyeball, come in front of you and eyeball, you can't give them no attack, When if you ask them for them idea and you show it them, you can't stubborn up the thing, Them things you go against you.
Yeah,
when you come and eyeball you. You understand? And you give them talk. But my next thing me done to me say every athlete in Jamaica, whether you're a cricketer, run or anything, be fair with the rules of your game.
I agree.
Know everything about your situation. Because he might himself supposed to the one side of thing. I say, boy, I say, me really know. I said, boy, I'm going to go down the road there,
Yeah, man.
It's on the onus is on you because you're bread and butter that,
Well, I can't imagine his mental state right now,
Yeah, you're bread and butter that, brother. Whereas if that are your specialty cricketing and nothing more, You understand, brother? So if you know everything.
He was a retained player, right?
You understand?
What I'd love to know is if the West Indies board, in solidarity with him, will keep him on some kind of semi-retainer for a little while.
No, unless there's insurance for that.
I don't.
If you're out of job, insurance can take care of that unless there's an insurance thing like that.
Yeah.
I hope we not spend investing money while in a pinchy COVID and flash it out.
I wonder if there's something there where him can still get a little money for a while. Because maybe that's why the lawyer came on and insisted that, remember, it wasn't tested positive for any substance,
Yeah.
Let's just make that clear. So maybe you have something to say if you test positive, you lose your contract.
Yeah, maybe.
But if not, there's a little way for you to continue to pay.
That's if the West Indies have insurance against all them, well, them could have eat a food out of insurance.
I know he's supposed to be a weeper player who is contributing to the weeper.
Well, there's a case now, lawyer, I mean, insurance people, matter of insurance, The weeper people, if you show, you must show your dues and everything and all and something. You can get some benefit. No, that ain't a problem.
Well, yeah.
A union, half a union, is better than no union at all.
Yeah.
Next thing I want to have quickly before me run. The man never get born off of the program. I see them call back. What the thing is?
The what?
Some man get leg off of the program based upon their attitude and what them saying I pass.
Which man?
I hear them call back. I don't know call when you come here. So what they call on the program. The man come back.
I don't even want to discuss that.
Wonderful response, Orvil.
Me now going to discuss that.
Someone know it. So me want to know it's all right for them then.
Mr. Me no want to discuss that.
You're intelligent, caller, man. Just call and listen to the thing, man.
But just know that me not going to discuss that. And it is unlikely that you'll be hearing me discussing that.
No, because your president again, man. If someone be a bad land and get liquor in a man. You have to know as people, because me there from the days I do not cut birthing us, and you know, me not popping up in this thing, you know.
The one thing I can tell you is that nobody can get me to go against my own convictions, and me know that, let's leave it right.
Okay, all right. Apparently, me here, man, because me there the day when invited the third time, you know. Me not listen the time, you know. And it was a big violation, you know, brother.
Yes, indeed.
Just because you say you cut off a foot for $1 million.
Yes, indeed.
The man referred to you as the world's oldest profession.
He was very, very disrespectful.
That was very disrespectful.
How long ago was that, though, Carl?
It was about...
Yeah, man, a good 5 hours.
Then the band long enough, man, like I say forgive now, like we say forgive John Campbell and a game 4 and game 2.
For me, I say, I want to find out if it's up. Can me hear the voice them on the thing.
It's a brilliant argument that we come with, you know.
What that?
3 years, man, that band is long enough for Orvil, man.
But what he did, and he did that on his third strike, I have him as the best caller to this program, you know. Can give 30 and 95%, you know. The other 5% I can't give, because I'm human, you know.
All right.
That man, the man has reason good.
Yes.
Reason good, but I did there. When I refer to the man as a member of the world, oldest profession. There before Jesus, during Jesus, after Jesus.
All right, my boss.
Bad thing.
Big up yourself.
Blessed, man.
Blessed love.
All right.
All right. Who we got to know? Sir P?
Zidane.
Yes, Sir P.
Orvil.
Yes.
Let me ask you something. John Campbell offense, what they charge him from, is the first. You can tell us if anybody in this world, sports people, ever charged with that?
Yeah, man.
Eh?
Yeah, other people have refused to the test and have been charged.
No, I mean his behavior. As based on what them say.
No,
they never consider the behavior.
Okay.
Refusal to do a test. But there's
all
precedents
right.
outside of Jamaica.
Where Jamaica is concerned, is the first.
Yes. Yes.
So we set a template, right? So that we say if a man violated, him can get 4 years or him can get 2 years.
It's going to be likely now because you're going to point to John Campbell's situation and say John Campbell got 4.
Yes,
or a similar.
It's a template. So if you want to, you know, because if you do that, you're not going to expect some way. You go and get a year, you know. You go and get this same amount time, might be a little more. Based on your president.
No, 4 years is the maximum.
Exactly. So it's a template. Orvil,
yes.
I hear Baggio say something, right? And you counteract and Zidane. You mentioned about cricketers is the least sports person.
No, I never said it was the least. But I'm saying usually track and field athletes are the athletes most dependent on drugs to execute in their work. Cricketers don't usually go for the same kind of hard drug.
I heard what you said.
Right.
Any athlete can test out a season.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, man.
Eh?
Yes.
Okay. So if that is set for example, it's football season now where you don't talk about cricket. Is there a possibility that John Campbell could be on drugs by that time?
Everything is a possibility.
Also, the point is, don't mention about performance and cricketers are sportsmen and all, because once you can take the drugs out of season, you can do it anytime, whether you're a cricketer, volleyball player, and them things.
I'm not sure the point.
No, you mentioned about cricketer is the least supposed to take performance.
And I said to you, I never said anything like they're the least.
All right.
Right. 2 times. I said that track and field athletes usually more dependent on hard drugs.
Cricket. You mentioned cricket.
And I'm saying, yes, I'm saying cricketers are not usually people who take drugs to enhance their performance.
Okay.
And the track and field athletes that have tested positive in Jamaica have gotten a year and 15 months and 6 months and 3 months.
I heard that. But
so I'm saying, even if John Campbell, we suspect him of taking drugs, it is unlikely that the drug that him would be taking would get him more than a 2-year ban.
No, Alvin,
if he was found positive.
Because you don't know if what type of drug the man
but that's the point I'm making. Is
exactly. So the point is,
Mr. P,
yeah.
Listen to the point.
You know,
very rarely, I can't think of a cricketer in modern times who has ever been tested positive for hard 4-year drug.
But Arvil, what I'm
saying, unless John was
you don't have to. No, Arvil, you don't have to take drugs to play cricket, you know.
You're missing the point.
That's what I'm talking about.
As usual, you're missing the point. Well, I make my job hard, you know.
But you are missing the point. You know, even the drugs, but them would all find him for any cricketer, right? You know, help him to perform better.
You're missing the point.
It's dangerous drugs.
I'm saying that cricketers don't usually take more hardcore drugs than athletes. And our athletes, the drugs that them find in them system are 3 months and 6 months and a year and 15 months them get.
Let me ask you.
So I'm saying, even if you found John, even if John had drugs in his system, it is unlikely that he'd get more than 2 years.
Okay, all right.
And therefore, refusing to be tested ought not to have carried a greater sanction than that. Zidane made the point that that may be a water thing, which is a fair point.
You know,
but that's the argument I make.
You know the maximum or the minimum sentence with the sentence when they're in charge, John Campbell.
4 years.
What is the maximum or minimum?
4 years.
Exactly. So suppose, Avil, I'm talking to you now. Suppose they are given 1 year suspended. Don't suspend if him commit himself over a year. Them give it. You would feel better?
Yeah.
2 years suspended.
No, man, you can't be suspended. I think
right,
that
2 years.
You might forget liquid.
The minimum.
You cannot encourage a athlete not to take the test. So he had to serve some time.
All right, him do then give him 6 months. And the next man who commit it, they give him 3 years. How would you feel? John can get 3 months.
No, man. I not say 3 months. I think he might forget longer than that.
All right, 6 months. And a man commit the same offense and get 3 years.
Why would the next man get 3 years? If John gets 6 months.
Because it's not you know, you have a limit in which you can get a minimum and a maximum.
I don't understand what you're saying, Mr.
Arvil, let me ask you something. You do something and you get 6 months. Right? You commit yourself and go to court and get 6 months, and I do the same offense and get 3 years. You don't understand that?
Then if me get 3 months, and you get 3, the 3 year man now go wonder why I get 3 years when the next man get 3 months, man.
No, at the discretion of the judge.
Okay.
Right. At the discretion of the judge. So it's not a matter say once the committee 4 year or 3 years is must, you can get lower, be higher.
All right, Mr. P.
Cool.
Big up. Well, that's it. The program done. By the way, for those who are interested in local cricket, the All Ireland T20 semi-finals will be at Sabina Park tomorrow. I think St. James, St. Elizabeth, Police and JDF are the 4 teams in the semi-finals. The final is on Sunday at Sabina Park. And guess who will be doing commentary for the JC? Check it out. So I'm working this Sunday, people. No program Monday. We'll be working Monday as well. All them must have been this time and that. It's working. John is back on Tuesday. Enjoy the weekend. Be safe though, yeah? And if you can, be good. Be careful. Big up Hoyt, big up Sean, and big up the rest of you who called. Big up all of you who are listening. Join us on Tuesday. So